going on, guys? Hope everyone's good. And this, what fucking day is it? Friday. 1 p.m. Friday it is. So hope everyone's having a good day or night wherever you are in the world. Emily from Taiwan. Clacker. Clacker. What are you doing here? What the hell? Roots Magoo, how are you, mate? If anyone wants to join, feel free, guys. I'm good, thanks, Emily. You hit the thumbs up. Somebody's got to hit a thumbs down. I'll do that anyway. I can do that. Bang. Hey, Karen. And HD Nexus, how are you going, mate? Seen you in there earlier. Cheers, thank you. So what are we going to talk about? Oh, bands. Bands to remember or forget. I'll throw the link up, guys, if people want to join. Sorry, I listened to a fucking song. Anyone wants to join, feel free, guys. We're just going to talk shit about some bands. And come on early today because, I don't know, Friday night, sometimes I end up freaking streaming to freaking late in the morning. I think the other week it's 4:30 in the morning after chatting after we'd finished the actual live stream. So, D-Claw Brood, how you going, mate? Ems wants to join, but noisy here in school. Well, schools can be a noisy place if you've got shitty little kids that running around. But Jeffrey, Finley River Kennels, g'day, mate. He's at work. What's all you people at work? Freaking hell. Not there's anything wrong with. I said the W word. I'll just check StreamYards. Hang on. Just close that. Yeah, fuck. That's weird. What have you been up to, Bamboo? What time you leave work, Jeffrey? He's at work at, I'm not sure of the place now, Supersonic or something. Is that music too loud? Fuck. I think it's loud. Good lady. So yeah, I normally stream a lot later, but some reason didn't want to today. Aussie work, but doing okay now. Chilling. Oh, Bamboo's been working. Okay, cool. Karen says it's 9:11 p.m. where she is in Canada. So what time is it? Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 o'clock on the West Coast, East Coast. Fuck, I always get this all wrong. So yeah, just talking about bands and stuff, like what sort of bands people were into when they were younger, around the 90s and the 80s. And I was just going through a lot of my old music and stuff. And some of the stuff I used to listen to, I can't stand anymore, but it's funny how it changes. I was like in the, not real heavy metal, but sort of harder stuff. And then your taste sort of change. So it's 8:12. It's 8:12. So it's an hour difference. No, it's 2 hours difference in the West Coast. Yeah. Fuck, I'll get confused. Karen says yes. Western Canada, East Coast Canada is 2 to 3 years ahead of me. I hope you not mean hours or it is years. Yeah, that's what they say about Australia sometimes. Like you see fashions and trends that are in the United States, And I said, just wait about 10 years, that'll be here. And it's like, yep, not that long, but I'm exaggerating. But yeah, so sorry, got something on my mind, and just a bit shocked. But so I'll throw up that link again. There's a link, guys. If anyone wants to come up and chat, talk shit. To name one off the top of my head, the Roots Radics, great reggae band. Roots Radics? Fuck, I've never heard of that. Roots Radics. Anyone else heard of the Roots Radics? You know, I'll have to like start a new. I'll try and get up some information about them. Yeah. And plus, a good thing about live streaming this time of day, I don't drink. Some of those late night ones, you start having a beer and it's like, fuck. Radics. Jeffrey, what time you leaving work, mate? Yeah. Okay, Roots Radics. I don't know if anyone's going to read that. Formed in 1978 by bass player. Wow, that's an old band. They only had like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they got a few albums. About 6 or 7 albums. Pretty cool. Yeah, hours. I got you. I get you. 2 to 3 hours ahead of me, not years, centuries even. Roots Radics. Okay, anyone else got a band? I've never heard of them. I'm going to listen to them anyway. I better not play it here, but what's been happening, Roots McGee? How did you come up with that name, Roots McGee? I never asked you before, but often wondered. Simo is here. Finally made it to one of my live streams. Fucking amazing. Simo is one funny bastard, guys. He is so funny. Like, we go to live streams, and I think it's sometimes just me and him fucking talking. It's like he talks as much shit as I do, in a good way. Finley River Kennels, Jeffrey says, these kids at work got my blood pressure up. Were they playing jokes on you, Jeff? Playing jokes on the boss? It happens. Roots Radics. So anyone else know a band? Why go, Clacker? Have you ever heard of Simo Fedtones? No. Is that a real band? I could be in trouble here. Did you fucking make that up? You fucking made that up. Full of shit. The Deftones. You mean the Mighty Mighty Deftones? Is that what they're called? You're an idiot. Oh my god. Someone else must have a band. Kool and the Gang. Weren't they? What were they? Dance. Kool and the Gang. Oh, a Celebration. I know that song. They've got a homepage. Oh shit. Am I allowed to play that? Probably not. Well, I'm not monetized. Don't give a fuck. Kool and the Gang. Kool and the Gang. Hang on, I've got to share that page. I was already sharing. Kool and the Gang. But what other songs do they have apart from Celebration? Celebration. Who died from Kool and the Gang? Like, I want to know that. Like, come on. Where are they from? Jersey City, New Jersey, United States. I realise that. The band started in 1964. God, you guys know some freaking old bands. Summer Madness is a classic. I've never heard of that song. A lot of Australian bands never make it big overseas. No one ever hears of them, but they're good. It's like we had a lot of good bands like that. I don't think the music scene's that good in Australia anymore, but like probably that goes for the world, doesn't it? Really. Simo, you want to join, mate? You don't have to put your cam on. You can just chat. You can talk some shit. Down. Yeah. What about anyone ever listened to Heart? Those two sisters. I wasn't into that. My mate was into that when I was a kid, and I'm going, "Oh, this is shit." And now I listen to Heart, and I think it's fucking amazing. Savage Garden. We were talking about that earlier today. And I still like all the hair bands. Like, I guess you could call Motley Crue were like that a bit when they first started. Cinderella, Halloween, Hanoi Rocks. Simo says Beach Boys was weird band. Yeah, I watched that freaking documentary on Beach Boys the other day. I don't know what I was at night actually, but Brian Wilson, what a tormented soul he was. Alice in Chains, yeah. What's that Alice in Chains song I love? I played it for about a week and a half. Freaking hell, I forget it now. So much music. Simo can't join because he's naked in the tub. That's a freaking bad sight, I'm telling you now. The song's Summer Madness, yeah. But I didn't like the Beach Boys. I looked at them because, in Australia, they always had this thing about surfing. And I looked at them, I go, I don't reckon any of you guys could fucking surf. But maybe, was that a thing though? Was that just like a theme, a novel theme that they were, beach guys surfing or something? Because they didn't look like surfers to me. I don't think surfers have to look a particular way. Karen says AC/DC. Yeah, so we grew up with AC/DC. They were, AC/DC, like Australia had a really good pub scene, and so you just go to the local pub anywhere that you lived, and in the city there's like every second street on the corner had a pub back in the day, and there's bands playing everywhere, and so that's how Australia had a really good music scene in the early days. My sister used to go out every week and to see some massive bands, and they ended up amazing, like AC/DC and the bands you probably know, and they used to just play in pubs where you get 300 people in a pub, and that was it, like little small clubs if you like, but yeah. So we've seen bands like, I've never seen AC/DC, but I don't think I've ever seen AC/DC. Iron Maiden, yeah, it's a Simo. Yeah, I still like Iron Maiden. I even got, when I first heard of them, like they'd been out for a fair while, but then I went back and bought the albums before that, and I bought their first album, and I'm thinking lead singer Bruce Dickinson, I think his name is, and I said, fuck, his voice sounds really different back then on their first album, and then I didn't realise that they used to have a different Diano, I think his name was. His last name was Diano, and they had a different lead singer originally. So, g'day, Grace by God. How are you, mate? Bamboo says Lynyrd Skynyrd. Oh, in Creedence, yeah, there's some good music there. I like if any of you listen to the guy Mountain Bushcraft Alliance, MBA, Mountain Bushcraft Alliance, and he does he plays a lot of music. There's a guitarist and a singer, and he's really really talented. But he sings a bit of Creedence, but he mixes it up. And most of the songs I've never even heard him sing, but he does a live stream all the time. On a Sunday is when I've seen him. Yeah, which is Monday for me. Karen says Motley Crue, Led Zeppelin, and Creedence Clearwater Revival. Led Zeppelin, there's another band like Heart. All my mates, they were into it, and their older brothers were all into Led Zeppelin, and I'm going, man, they look boring. And it's like I was so hopeless. I never appreciated good bands, and it took me, to get right up to where nobody influences you anymore. When you start making decisions on music yourself. Because I was one of those people that was easily led with music, and it's like, oh, everyone's into this, so am I. But when I started becoming more independent, I thought, shit, yeah, Led Zeppelin, what an amazing band. I was just listening to, what's the freaking song with the amazing riff? I can't think of it now, but just listening to that the other day. What else have we got? Def Leppard, yeah. I was talking about them before. I was just playing Hysteria just only a couple of moments ago. Jeff Rose rolled out the Rolling Stones and the Cars. Wow, Rolling Stones are just going on forever, and I think they just proved that you don't have to get to a certain age and stop playing, But they're good proof of that. The Cars, yeah, I didn't mind the Cars. What's his name just died, didn't he? Rick Orrells, I can't say his name, but just sad. They were good, but they hadn't put out music for a long time, had they? Not that I'm aware of. Simo he's bringing out the big guns now. The Doors, yeah. Well, when I started with in the bands, I thought I was going to be fucking Jim Morrison, I swear. And the only thing I did do good, I'd probably drank and smoked cigarettes, as good as Jim Morrison, but that's about it. Had no talent, but fuck, I thought that's who I want to be. And he met a lot of women, and not that was an influence, but I think everyone gets into rock and roll for the same reasons. I think it's not to. At first, it's not for fucking freedom of expression. I don't think it was just the getting caught up in the whole thing. It's like, and being on a stage is scary as all fuck, but at the same time, it's pretty liberating. And knowing that people watch everything you're doing, so it's a bit. It's like, I'm trying to think of the word, indulgent. It's probably a bit indulgent, isn't it? But that's why people do it. But the Doors, yeah, unbelievable. I don't know if you ever listened. The Doors put it out years ago, but Jim Morrison, it's called American Poet, I think. And get that CD if you can. And it's Jim Morrison just speaking, talking, I don't know how to say it, doing his poetry. And it is like sends shivers through your spine, and it's like that's the whole CD. But they put music to it, so like years later they went and added music, and some of it's great. There's a remix of "LA Woman" on it, and he's doing poetry during it. It's like you'll go, fuck me, and a lot of people don't know about it, that album, because it came out so much later. Check it out. It was really really good. So yeah, Jim Morrison really inspired me, and even though that was all before my time, when I started going out and seeing different cover bands, they were playing the Doors and all these bands, and that's how you start to get a love of that. What's that song? Who sung that? And then you hear it on the radio or something, getting played on the oldies channels. And so that's how I got into the Stones. Oh, sorry, the Doors. But Karen says, I went to the Rolling Stones Bridge Over Babylon tour right by the stage, and U2 in the front of the stage. Wow. Only one I've ever been really at the front was I think it was Kiss, but we did make Kiss had come out of Australia like every other year, but my mate goes, I was going to say my name again then, Ozzy, he goes, I'll get the tickets. He goes, my mate knows this girl who works at the ticket place, and she'll get us the best tickets. fuck, okay, let's do it, man. And anyway, he gets the tickets, and I didn't even check them out. So we went to this thing and had a few beers, stopped at a few bars on the way, and get there. It's like, this is going to be cool, you know. It's like a lot of people. It's happening. Go to our seats, and I go, we're nearly behind the stage. Pete, what the fuck's going on? And there's a big pole away. I think they were like restricted view fucking seats or something. Excuse me. And I go, what the fuck? And I go, we can't sit here, man. He goes, well, we have to. I go, I'm not fucking sitting here. I will not sit here. And I said, just wait. And we waited and waited till like just before the lights start going down. And I'm looking, and I seen 2 seats right near the front. And I said, right. And it wasn't like on the floor. It was a second level. And I go, it was right in front. I go, let's go. And he goes, where? I go, follow me. And we went and sat down in these seats. And then we're waiting, and then the band lights come on, and we're just waiting for 2 people to come and say, hey, these are our seats. But they didn't. And then after about the first 4 songs, the floor, I was just watching the security people there. They were swapping over the whole time. And I waited, and about 4 songs or whatever it was into it, they swapped over. There was no one there. I go, come on, Pete, let's go. And I walked straight down through the stairs onto the floor, and we got right down the front. So that was pretty cool. Just stupid, but... what else? Sorry, I was chatting. Alice Cooper, yeah, I didn't mind Alice Cooper. He's not much of a singer, but yeah, Kiss. Ace Frehley from Kiss. Well, he's on his own now. I loved his last album, Ace Frehley. He does a lot of covers too now. Morrison was a poet, said Grace by God. Yeah, that's for sure. Just on the Doors thing, I was going to say that on a live stream the other day to people. I think really Jim Morrison's whole thing, he wrote, you know, all those songs, they were his poetry. He wrote those in high school, and that's how he met Manzarek on the beach and all that. So there was this historic thing, and they met, and they knew each other sort of from school or something. And he had the book of poetry that he wrote. I think, you know what, Jim Morrison, that was it. I think he didn't have anything else. He'd done all that poetry, and it's sad to even think about it, but I think that was it. He said all he could say. That was all his poetry that he had, and there was nothing left to make. And he wasn't a songwriter because they were poetry. But I just think, yeah, that was his destiny, and he just went, fuck it, that's it. Because when they were in France, and I seen this documentary, and he was with Jefferson Airplane, and there's a Starship. They changed their name, and the lead singer, I think her name's Grace Slick. And she was telling the story when they were there, and they were touring with the Doors or Jim Morrison or something like that. And they're in France, and they're walking down the street. Was it France or Belgium? One of the European country anyway. And they're walking down the street, and there's people recognizing Jim Morrison, and they were walking up, giving him drugs, pills. He was taking alcohol. And she said, I've never seen somebody just walk down the street and just take anything that was given to him. And she said he couldn't even play that night. He was fucking just finished. And I just think that's what he was going to do. He said all he could say, and that was it. So sorry, kept on going. 38 Specials. Never heard of 38 Specials. And Scorpion. I didn't like Scorpion. ZZ Top, the Eagles. I don't know about the Eagles. They were too mellow for me. I'm not. Steve Miller Band. Oh, yeah. Did they do Abracadabra? Was that them? Karen Fabro says, Finley, yes, ZZ Top me got in trouble a lot. Oh, my God. Poison. That's what I was... G'day, Richie Wright. Poison. I was going to talk about that. There's another hair band, wasn't it? And I've seen Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels from Poison. I seen... He toured with... See you, mate. All right, buddy. Bret Michaels from Poison, he toured with, who did I see? Motley Crue. On Motley Crue's last tour of Australia. I seen him, and Bret Michaels was a support act, and he was freaking amazing. Motley Crue was not bad, but yeah. But with Poison, I did like they were slightly different because he sort of has it was a cowboy theme. His voice, Bret Michaels, is, I don't know, a bit different. It's not a heavy metal voice or hard rock voice, but going very well. Thank you, Richie. Very well. Thank you very much, mate. Metallica. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I like some of their songs, but I was never into that Metallica freaking thing. Peeps, what are you up to, mate? There's the link if anyone wants to join too, by the way, guys. Fleetwood Mac. There you go. Fossil Creek Kennels is coming out. Bang. Have to love Fleetwood Mac. I seen them 2 years ago. And look who's playing them. When they sacked Lindsey Buckingham now from the band because he had other touring commitments and couldn't tour exactly at the same time, they got rid of him and they got the Finn brother from Crowded House is now the guitarist and singer. And I heard him. They were just here, actually. They were here 2 weeks ago, Fleetwood Mac. And I heard him play and he sang and he's done the Lindsey Buckingham songs pretty well, but Lindsey Buckingham was an amazing guitarist and it's just phenomenal. So, Richie, what's the matter with you? Now we've got Rammstein. Geez, you're going for the really freaking hard metal shit. Open part. Peep says, Ozzy, what's up, brother from another mother? Oh, yeah, Fossil Creek Kennels is, Finley's cousin. Sorry. I was getting it muddled up. But I do it all the time. I just read the F and Kennels and F and Kennels. Korn. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know about Korn. Korn is not bad, but Rush. Peeps, tell me about Rush, mate, because I don't know. That was, what's his name? Oh, I forget his name, that guy from Rush. Found it buried. How are you, mate? You got to a live stream. He came to the other one as well, but shithouse day here today, guys. Freaking had really high winds in it. I got double gates on the side of my house, and it's freaking smashed the gates down. I can't repair them, so I was wondering if I'd go with insurance because I'd have to. With insurance, you got like an excess, whatever it is, and I think I'd like. I don't know how much would double gates cost. I'm thinking $1,000 to get fabricated, but I don't know. So if I got an excess of 400 and I'm going to go with 1,000, that's okay. But anyway, so I've sort of got it propped up at the moment, and some of my dogs can't get out. But I don't know who keeps fucking messaging me, but I can't look at it at the moment. Karen says, Aussie Metallica was great for the rides when you wanted to go faster. Awesome. I worked a few summers for the big fair rides. I rode free on my brakes. Yeah, I'm not big on riding those fucking rides. Pretty selective which ones I go on, actually. I think the kids are more. Cat's Eyes is in the house. How you going, mate? Watch for trolls, guys. I started to get into they're the sort of mainstream bands, but it's when people introduce you to different music and you go, what? Why didn't I know about this band? There's some bands out there, like I was saying before, in Australia, there's a band that I love, absolutely love. They're called Candy Harlots, and they're sort of hard rock, some mild rock, and only had one album out. They went for a few years, and then they just fizzled out, and they did one comeback a couple of years ago in Sydney. I should have went to that, but amazing album, just fucking amazing album. But yeah. Everyone's saying hello. Share. I saw that's a band too. We used to go roller skating and shit, and they started playing the Sweet. It was Paul and Blitz was a song. You hear it everywhere now, but I didn't know who they were, and they're an English band, and they formed years and years and years ago. But I went and seen. I think we're about 17, 18, 19, somewhere around that age, and I can't remember now. The lead singer from the Sweet, they got rid of him many years before, and he came out to Australia and he's playing at this pub. And if anyone remembers, like the guy out of Sweet, Brian, I can't think of his last name. and blonde-haired guy and all that, pretty good-looking guy. And he came out, like, actually, though, it was about half an hour late when they were supposed to come on, and the band came on, but there's no him. I'm thinking, what, this band just going to put, where is he? And then they led him on stage. A person was walking with him, like, it's like resting on his arm, and I'm going, what the fuck? And it's like they moved him up to the microphone, and he just grabbed the mic, like the stand, and I go, what the fuck happened to him? And he couldn't even sing. Like, the band he was playing with was amazing. And is someone texting me or something? Fuck, I don't even use this phone. What's that? I don't even know where that's coming from. Yeah, they led him up to the microphone, so he's just like leaning on the microphone, and the band playing these young guys, and they were freaking awesome. And he couldn't sing or anything, and he was like not overweight, but he just like had a paunch, and he could barely talk. It's like, is he on fucking heroin or what? And only a few years, I gotta be mates. Fucking people were leaving and fucking booing and all sorts. I felt so sorry for him, but then. Years later, I watched a documentary on him. It had like a form of Parkinson's disease, or I guess he was Parkinson's, and he died. I can't remember now. But I think he died like a year later after that. So it was pretty sad. Died very young. So yeah. So I did see some of the Sweet. The one song he sung was okay, but it was a pretty easy song. But to his credit, but he was still out there trying because I guess he needed money like everyone else. Fossil Creek Kennels, Insane Clown Posse. No, I couldn't do that one. Aaron says, I did a lot of roller skating. I went a lot with my boyfriend, was the DJ back then, but roller skating was huge here for a while. Yeah, it was here. The same here. It was crazy. It was funny. My dad was back when he was young. He was Australian champion in 2 different categories of roller skating. But yeah. And that's how I got into it. Like when it became big again, like same for you guys. Yeah, he got me into it. And I skated for forever. I said compete, shit like that. I was not good. I was a good skater, but I wasn't fast enough. Ace of Base. What do they sing? Wasn't that the all girl band? Ace of Base. Hang on. No one's waiting in the chat room, are they? Ace of Base. All That She Wants. Oh, yeah, that's the one I always fucking change the name, the other words to. Yeah, he goes, all that she wants is another baby. Well, I sing, all that she wants, a dingo took her baby. Yeah. But, sorry, a bit out of tune. Oh, they had more songs. Dingo Took My Baby. Pink Floyd, Fossil Creek Kennels is just freaking throwing them all out. Peeps, Milli Vanilli. Yeah, who were they? It wasn't Fabio and whatever it was, but Pink Floyd. I only got into Pink Floyd after I seen The Wall on a DVD, and I didn't. Yeah, I've fucking heard of them, of course, but really wasn't influenced by them at all. I didn't look at all their old albums and shit. And then later on, like I said, you get into something and you go, wow. The Wall is still my favorite. But that she wants, I'm not sure. Ace of Base was the ABBA of the 90s, says David Melbourne. G'day, mate. Good to see you. Did you get that freaking that StreamYards application yet, Dave? Because remember one day you said you're going to come and join me. Cat's Eyes, A+. A+. You can't get any better than A+. The Wall is a great song. Albert King. Who was Albert King? Here we go. Was he a musician? Was it a band? Albert King is born in 1923. He was a guitarist. Okay, like BB King. Is that it? Is it BB King? Is that BB King? Didn't know it. No, I needed it. Bryce from New Zealand. G'day, mate. There's the link, David. If you ever want to join, Dave. Oh, I already put it up, didn't I? What a dickhead. So is Albert King BB King or not? Because I see he plays guitar. Nice information, bicycles. Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry, just had to answer something. It's all good. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, yeah, it's not BB King. Okay. So Albert King was a separate person. It's an American blues guitarist and singer whose playing influenced many other bands. Okay. Born under a bad sign. Wow. I'll have to listen. Yeah, you just don't know, do you? Like, but I think I like a lot of pop songs now, and people, like my mates are saying, "What? You listen to that?" And it was always like, just like they put you down if you listen to music. It's like peer pressure, I think, music when you're young. Oh, Bamboo says he's supposedly his half brother. Oh, okay, there you go. But don't think blood related, just by marriage. I had to get a drink to fix my throat. So everyone got a big weekend coming up. My weekends are always big, always something to do, and Mr. Faded Glory. But then Albert King was the main influence of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Karen says it listens to a variety depending on the mood. Yeah, I think that is. Music's a mood thing, isn't it? And to me, it's got to have good lyrics. That's why a lot of the songs today, to me, are just rubbish. They've got, not all, of course, but a lot of them are just, come on. We're just, there's nothing there. What did you write this on the way on the bus or something? It's just something simplistic. It's got a hook, and that's it to it. But yeah, I was sort of always into the rock sort of side of things, and most is just crap. Yeah. What are you up to, Bicycles? I haven't seen you around for a few days. You been busy, school or learning? I think you said you went to university or something. Okay. Always reggae mood for Bamboo. He sticks to his roots. Excuse the pun. I'll tell you one person I wasn't into, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. I couldn't freaking, for the life of me, I couldn't stand that. And until he brought out that song, and it was and I won't even remember its name, and it was The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. There's a song in that. I forget the name of it, but I loved that song. But there you go. He's been college and editing videos. Well, I've seen how long it takes you to edit a fucking video, mate. For those who don't know, Bryce from New Zealand did a live stream the other day, and it was like, it said Hangouts. Don't quote me on this. It was Hangouts, and while I'm editing a video, well, he must have been editing a video for 6 hours because that's how long the live stream went. So, but he's been at college, or you've been doing collage. You might be a crafting person, but Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon is pretty damn good. Is that the name of the band, Shut Up and Dance? Or, no, by Walk the Moon. Well, I've never heard of Walk the Moon. Is this a New Zealand band? See, the thing about in Australia, New Zealand being so close to us, if there's any musicians that are any good, we steal them and then we make them ours. Walk the Moon. Okay. An American rock-based band in Cincinnati, Ohio. Lead singer Nicholas Patricia, geez, I murdered that, didn't I? Started the band in 2006 while a student at Kenyon College, deriving the band's name from the song Walking on the Moon by the Police. Well, there you go. He's at Bryce is at Collage, and he's doing a Bachelor of Computing Systems. Cool. Very nice. So who's going to come up and keep me company? Do I have to do I have to super chat someone to come and Dire Straits? Yeah. Look, there's one of their albums is just brilliant, Dire Straits, that I loved. Can't think of its name. But what's he ever done since? Like, it's Mark Knopfler just stopped releasing music. I don't know. What, do they get bored with it, or? War is a great band, says Bamboo. But I know why it happens in Australia. A lot of bands in Australia, what happens when they were signed with the big recording labels? What they'll do, say we had a hit album, all us here. It would be pretty funny. So we had a hit album, and the record company's given us X amount of money to go on tour to promote the album. And what used to happen? Say they give you $200,000, and you go on tour. Well, the tour's not actually making money, but the record sales are making the money. It's ticking it over. So sometimes the shows they're putting on, the plus is virtually nil. The shows run at a negative. So after everything's taken place, the travel, everything put together, and so they travel around Australia. And sometimes what would happen with the band, that finish that tour, and there's nothing. The sales have stopped virtually on that album, and they're left with, say, 100,000. It could be 500,000, whatever it might be. They're left with 100,000 that they still owe the record company. And so what would happen? G'day, Katrina Catress. How are you? What's happening? Hi, sweetie. Nice of you to join us. So what happened? So these bands end up owing all this money back to the record company. So what they can't then do is keep touring under their own name. So a lot of bands lost their own names in Australia because they owe the record companies heaps and heaps of money. So, or if they fund their next album and the next album doesn't go any good, same thing. So at least a lot of bands now are independent here in Australia. Billy Idol was good, but after his accident, that was it, sadly. Oh, I don't know, Karen. There's some good Billy Idol stuff that came out afterwards. He had that leg accident. He nearly lost his leg. No, there's some good shit, and he's still playing around now. And there's a concert live he did just recently, and it's freaking awesome. And Steve Stevens, the guitarist, is still playing with him. So his voice has changed a bit, but it's still good. And trying to think of this great song. Well, that's that song I did. People say that about like Adam and the Ants. They were like I think early '80s band or something like that. But like he was, after he left, or he quit Adam and the Ants, he started the band, obviously, but then he went out on his own, and then he had this song called Viva La Rock, which I've seen he plays on the Live Aid concert, if you watch that DVD. And then later on, he was still releasing albums, but he just wasn't mainstream anymore, which it was a shame. But then he released that wonderful song, the one I did the cover of, and a lot of people never heard that song. I've listened to it for years, and always wanted to do it. That's probably my most favorite song. But yeah, Buena Vista Social Club. I used to think that was a place before. The record company's a bunch of dirty pricks, says David Melbourne. Yeah, underhanded. Yeah, the whole lot. I think the poor people, the bands that have been subject to so much shit from them. Look what Prince did. Prince said he was signed up to that freaking contract. He had to do so many albums, and he was just writing anything and releasing it. There you go. There's the album. A few people had that. That's why he changed his name to a friggin' sign. Simo says, I'm back, had a spam call. I turned the chat around on him and confused the fuck out of him. Oh, I've done that before. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, sorry, just replying. How am I doing, Katrina? Doing really well, thanks. It's a Friday afternoon here. Sun's not shining, but it's not too bad. It's about 24 degrees. Enough of the weather, but pretty good. Fossil Creek, you don't have to let me run, mate. It's all good. I'm not chasing monetization. I don't need watch time, but I appreciate that. But yeah, it's all good, buddy. Thank you. He's stepping away for a moment. That could mean anything. But yeah, at least the wind's sort of settled down here. My dogs are quiet. Just got no side gates anymore. Had him think he was ordering Chinese food. Simo. So you were... Oh, my God. King's X, such an incredible band, never really got big. King's Cross, obviously. Well, there's a band I've never heard, mate. An American rock band that combines progressive metal, funk, and soul with vocal arrangements influenced by gospel, blues, and British invasion rock groups. Get out of here. They've been going since 1979, and they're still going. King's Cross. Wow. Found at Berries said it's Thursday, 11:54 p.m. here in Ontario, Canada. Steel Pulse is a band. Steel Pulse. A roots reggae music band from the Handsworth area of Birmingham, England. Yeah. There's another one band. They've been going since 1975, Bamboo, to present. Katrina's in Texas, and it's nighttime, 11 p.m. Well, do you like? Do you ever listen to Madness? That's ska music. You know that band Madness? They're English. It's ska. But I've heard of ska reggae bands before, so it's a bit of a mixture. Matthew, good band. You're talking about Dave Matthews Band? The Specials. I've heard of them. What about some shitty bands? Anyone know any shitty ones? I was in a few. It was on the Specials Wikipedia. Hang on. Also known as Special AKR, an English two-tone and ska revival band. There you go. There's a ska. Jeez, you know your stuff, man. Simo said, then the person on the phone then asked if he was a cop. Said, okay, I confess I'm FBI and we were triangulating his whereabouts. He was not even, he was gone, not even a good night kiss. Yeah, Hanson, Bamboo, Hanson, Mbop. Mbop, Mbop. Matthew Goodband is a Canadian band. Interesting. Yeah, Cinderella, Simo. I mentioned Cinderella when I opened. I mentioned Cinderella, Halloween, and Hanoi Rocks. Hanoi Rock was sort of a bit different. And just bring up. A lot of people never heard of Hanoi Rocks. You think, what kind of band would that be? But it's Hanoi Rocks. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Tragedy. Finnish. They were from Finland. Formed in 1979. Although musically closer to traditional rock and roll and punk, the band has been cited as a major influence in the glam metal genre for bands such as Guns N' Roses, Skid Row, and Poison. So there you go. A lot of them trace back to Hanoi Rocks. There might be a band you've never heard of. New Kids on the Block. Yeah. I was never into all that. Well, of course I would never, but like, I couldn't even listen to all that boy band stuff. But there's one song that I did, and it wasn't a bad song. Albany, how you going? How's things? Get ready for a raid, brother Aussie. Uh-oh. Hope you're all wearing masks. Like I said, anyone wants to join, guys, you're quite welcome to join. So everyone doesn't have to listen to my fucking voice all night. Sniff, sniff. 13 watching, thank you, guys. 13 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. One of them was mine, Sabe. Singer of Motley Crue. Well, no, he's still alive, isn't he? I think don't you mean the drummer? Dave? David says Hanoi Rocks would have been bigger if the singer of Motley Crue, Vince Neil, didn't kill the singer from Hanoi Rocks. I'm pretty sure it was Razzle, the drummer from Hanoi Rocks, but I stand corrected. Katrina says, Bamboo, yes, I'm terrific, working a lot. Every now and then it's healthy to step away and take a break from social platforms. Oh, yeah, man. I did like over a week, and jeez. Yeah, David, maybe it was a drummer. Yeah, I think his name was Razzle, the drummer. Yeah, Nicholas Razzle Dingley. Band broke up in June 1985 after the drummer Nicholas Dingley died in a car accident during their first US tour in December 1984. And guess who was driving that car? Dragon Raid. Wow. And I was just in with Dragon earlier. Thank you, guys. Cheers. If anyone would like to join the live stream, I'll throw the link up there again. Gaffer Haynes, how are you, mate? G'day, Joaquin Garcia Jr., Kylie Anderson, Chad and Capital Flannel. Saucy time. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Nice to meet you guys, because I don't think I've met a lot of you before, but nice of you to join us. Sorry if there's anyone waiting. No one's waiting, but like I said, if anyone wants to come in and have a chat, you're quite welcome to. Denise W, g'day, how are you on? And what's happened to Think Dragon? Is he taking a break? Welcome aboard, yeah. We're just talking about bands that, good bands and bad bands. Everyone's got a good band and a bad band, somebody that makes them absolutely sick. Then you could go on, you could add like, what do you call it, performers. Here we go. Oh, Gaffer. G'day, mate.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, good, buddy. What are you up to today?
Just about to go to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't be too depressed about it, mate. You should be going with a smile on your face.
I should, but you don't know where I work.
Yeah, exactly. Rebel Rocker, welcome, mate. Nice of you to join us. Sage Alicia, g'day, welcome. Rebel Rocker's in the raid.
I don't think I can contribute to this conversation whatsoever. I haven't listened to a decent band since the 70s.
That's all right. What was a decent band in the 70s for you?
Alan Parsons Project.
Alan Parsons Project. Mm-hmm. What was your worst band?
Bay City Rollers.
Oh, I know. My sisters and her friends used to be into them. English, Scottish band.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
Oh, my God. My sisters used to drive. My older sister's, what is she, 10, 6, 10? I think she's 8.
It was all about the women, mate. It's all about the women.
Yeah, the girls used to go crazy. Amy living in Chrysalis, thank you for joining us. Think Dragon is here. G'day, mate. How you doing? We're talking about bad bands and good bands. Alan Parsons Project, says Dave Melbourne. Yeah, he's into them too. They were a British rock band active between 75 and 1990. Geez, that's good innings, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a damn good band, man. Some really good songs out there. Some really good songs.
Well, what happened in the, I think it was the late 80s and all that, probably started earlier than that, and all those bands that were just like churning out these hits that were being written for them, and it's like, I think music lost its way a bit there and came back a bit in the 90s. But
I think it's when the producers decided that they could do better than the rock bands were doing themselves.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Yeah, they decided, we'll write these. You're not capable of writing.
Yeah, but then even in the last 10 years, they've done the same thing. Oh, we've got the magic formula. We know how to make a hit. Yeah, but do you know how to make anything worth listening to?
Exactly. I brought that up earlier and I said, like, what's happened now is some of the music's just a disgrace, but there is still people out there making music that are have passion and not being introduced to those artists.
It's been drowned out by all the bloody production music.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You've got to know where to go looking for them, or you've got to spend money to get to applications that they can actually put their stuff onto. The commercial stuff is just, yeah.
I don't like that auto-tune stuff. It's like, whoa.
Oh. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've been doing it for years, but they were only doing it as, in my opinion, they were only doing it as an additive to what they were already doing.
Yeah.
Now they seem to be relying on it to the stage where if they didn't have it on, their music would be crap. You wouldn't listen to them.
Yeah. Chad and Captain Flannel Saucy Time says, my favourite 80s band was The Cure, Aussie. And how long have they been going for? The Cure have been going since 1976. Wow.
Yeah. And they did well, The Cure.
Love Cats. I know that song. Oh, Love Cats. Yeah. But they were she might be able to help us. Chad and Captain Flannel Saucy Time. Were they like a goth type band? Because that Robin Smith, the lead singer, always seemed to dress up like with gothic-ish.
Yeah, no, I'd say alternative. I think they used to just try themselves in different directions on a regular basis.
I get you.
They had their music slightly over here, and then they'd twist it over there, and it always keeps it fresh. That's my understanding of The Cure. It's a little bit like what's his name with Brian Ferry in it?
Oh, yeah. Roxy Music, yeah.
Yeah, they were trying their music in all different genres, trying to get that niche in there. They ended up getting it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a look at their music, it was a lot harder to play than people thought it was.
Yeah. Amy living in Chrysalis, she's 3 down from a goal, guys. So if you're not with her, I'll pick you up later if you like. Hang on, I could do it now. But obviously, I'm not going to be able to watch a video right this moment.
Yeah, I'm on a tablet. I'm not able to do it just yet. Otherwise, I would.
I did it. So, who's saying that? It's easy to read in StreamYards. Rebel Rocker says, I spent so much on Guns N' Roses tickets, I'm sick, lol. Rebel Rocker, but wouldn't you like Billy Idol? He's a rebel. Rebel Yell. The Cure post-punk. Okay. Well, that's cool. You were talking about, I was talking about bands I missed earlier, like Heart. You would have listened to Heart then, Gaffer, yeah?
Oh, a little bit. I wasn't into it so much. That was more of the Love Power starting, if you know what I mean. A little bit like Fleetwood Mac to a point, and
yeah,
I wasn't really into those guys so much. But then I also wasn't into heavy metal as much as most of the people I knew. I didn't understand how your ears needed to bleed to be able to listen to music. It bothered me a little bit.
Well, I'm not deaf, right, by any stretch, but I noticed my hearing is affected, and I played in bands a long time. You know what? It wasn't playing; it was in the rehearsal studios, because the room was so small, and we'd practice like every Sunday, and sometimes it depends on what we were doing. Sometimes it was like twice a week, but usually definitely every Sunday. And you're in these tiny rooms, and it's not like you see on television. These are just fucking tiny rooms, enough to fit the band in, and everything's cranked up. It's like you're playing concert, so your ears are just shot. By the time you go out there, I reckon for 2 hours my ears would be ringing. So And I reckon that's how.
And it's not such a big room that the band's actually comfortable in there. They're actually trying to find a spot in each part of that room to comfortably play too.
Clearly, you've been in one. Then it's exactly how it is.
Yeah, I have.
It's exactly.
I've been in one. I've never been a band member, but I've actually been in one because I've had some.
Yeah, we used to have people come and watch us. We used to have people come and watch us play sometimes, and just in rehearsal. And guys, there's fucking nowhere to stay. You got to squash in the corner, or that's it, So
yeah, you close the door after the third one gets in there, and then you all stand in the corner against the wall, and
that's it. I just drink a lot of beer. I just drink a lot of beer at practice, though. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I mean, I was in one. I had the opportunity to go in one when the band wasn't there. They were off doing something. I don't know if they were off for the day or whatever, but all their equipment was still sitting in there.
Yeah,
and the speakers and the drums and everything else. It was like it was like storage as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. Just read some comments. So, Amy, I think you might have hit that target you were looking for because it was me and somebody else's. And as Peep says, leave a comment on people's channels on video so we can get back to you.
Not just that. If you're gonna go in there and leave a comment, at least finish watching that video.
See you, Denise.
Because it upsets the analytics of the person who you're watching. You're not helping them that way. So if you're going to go at least watch that one video, put in your comment. That way you become a subscriber. Their analytics don't get too upset by it. And then you're not committed to doing overly more than you want to.
Exactly. Amy living in Chrysalis says, I love Depeche Mode and Sisters of Mercy as well. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I class some of these bands, even though they had some hits, they were really one-hit wonders. There were only that one or two that everyone ever remembers.
Yeah.
And all the others go, did they sing that? I didn't know they did that one.
It's hard to write, mate, it's hard to write a hit song. I tried to write a song and it was shit.
I found the best way to write songs is to learn poetry first.
Oh yeah, but it's very true. But Denise says, Ozzy, I love the way she's put this. Ozzy, I went fishing in your pond and caught a fish, meaning I hit all your buttons like Bell and Moore, but I am heading off now. Nice to meet you. Have a good night. Nice to meet you too, Denise. Thank you for joining. Fossil Creek Kennels is back. Lovely put. That was, yeah.
I'd like to know what she was using for bait.
Hiding in the Light 3000 is in the house, and if you the hiding light, were you hiding in the light before? Is that your old channel name? If you're the person I think I am thinking of,
I have to check out.
Simo says, yeah, that's why he has a 2-minute trailer. Exactly, mate. Hiding in the Light says, I've tugged all your balls. I think it is you. Okay, good night, Denise. You have to work. Have fun. Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
Sorry, just had to reply.
That's fine.
So that's right. Well, there's another song, Let's Go to Bed by The Cure. I was just reading.
I do have a question, Ozzy. What was your influence when you were trying to get into the music shit?
Oh, why I started getting into music?
Yeah, and what was driving you to try hard? I mean, you must have had some idea of, I'd like to be able to do what they do, or I like their music. I'd like to be able to see if I can do that type of thing.
Women, drinking.
Well, no, I knew that was the benefit you're going to get out if you won. What was actually
didn't do too good. Didn't do very well at it. Any of those, but I was talking about that earlier. Jim Morrison from The Doors. I got put onto that by my sister's old boyfriend or something or other, and I thought I was going to be like fucking Jim Morrison. I thought, what a way to live your life, and until I really found out later on, I got to know that's not a life you want to be leading. But
no, not in the long term anyway.
But he lived a rock and roll lifestyle, and I think that's everyone's goal. But you know what? In reality, no one can do that. It's like it doesn't happen. It's all in your own mind. You're not. Have
a look at what's his name from the Stones.
Yeah,
he definitely did that lifestyle, and he just does not look good anymore. Even Ozzy Osbourne, he's another one.
Yeah, They live hard,
Yeah.
hard
Oh,
lives.
good job.
But
Good
yeah,
job.
for sure. So that is the correct hiding in the light. I have to be because I know the personality, even though I don't know you that well. But so, so hopefully,
Hey, Bryce.
hopefully Amy got her achieved her goal. I feel embarrassed, but I never have given the cure a chance until she met her husband. A chance until my husband. Hang on, how am I going to say that again? I feel embarrassed, but I never gave the cure a chance until my husband. I could read that a different way.
So her husband is to blame for it, is he? Do you think?
Yeah, or did her husband put her onto
I assume so.
that? Yeah, Bicycles is back in the house, mate. But yeah, I don't know. Like that's about it. Jim Morrison, like, and that sort of lifestyle. And because we were talking about that earlier, because Australia had a really big pub scene for live music, and that's what I liked. And I used to like hear my older sisters talking about going to see bands and, you know, seeing this band and that band. And as a kid, you're going, gee, I wish I could go. You know, could I come along? But you're too young and you're not allowed to. So
Yeah. See, I had the same problem when Cold Chisel was making it big. Oh, you're too young. Oh, you shouldn't be
you can't
going there.
come. Yeah.
But you do, eh?
Yeah, I got into a few when I was underage, but not many. Like no one would take. Like sisters wouldn't take me. They go, "Fuck, you'll get us in trouble." Like, I got to see. We were talking about this the other day. I got to see. What are they called? Go in a band. I was underage.
Yeah.
Karen's back. She had a crazy amount of messages. Oh well, do what I do. Get the messages and pin them on your fridge and read them later.
See, the good thing about Cold Chisel is because they started in Adelaide.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
You got to be there when they were doing their pubs, trying to get their name out, and listen to them when they were actually really, really raw.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they were. Believe it or not, one or two times I actually got to see them. It was loud. It was absolutely loud because they were just in a small hotel, pumping it out, and everybody was screaming and singing and having fun as well. So, but yeah, it was phenomenal. Nowadays, I don't think that I didn't like their last amounts of songs that they were putting out. They were just screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. Yeah. That's what they said. I watched the documentary on the Beatles, and they came to Australia back in the old days, and they said the Beatles did a 40-minute set, and they said you couldn't hear them play. It's like, what?
Yeah, from the screaming.
Yeah,
it's just phenomenal.
All the screaming. Amazing. That'll probably never happen again.
No, because everything's so controlled when it comes to concerts now. You even have trouble getting the same places as the artists.
Yeah.
Whereas when they went to Adelaide, they had to be escorted from the main road into the town hall to get them up on the balcony so that they could be seen by the fans. The fans were already there, already crowded around. They had trouble getting them in. It was like a really close, uplifting attitude. And everybody was just, girls everywhere, mate.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal. Absolutely.
Hiding in the Light says, what's cool is her mum was super Southern religious. My dad was all rock. I thought she was going to say, what's cool is my mum was super califragilistic or something. I'm trying to read it, and I'm going, what's that say?
Oh, man.
They love looking up these bands now. Videos existed before MTV.
Oh, yeah. Actually, to be really honest with you, I think the Beatles invented the video clip.
Yeah, and the modern one was the first one Queen or Dire Straits for like the MTV era. That's sort of, I call that the next era of video.
I don't know. I'd say Queen, but I couldn't give you the definite answer on that one. Because I remember Queen more than I remember Dire Straits. So, but the only reason why the Beatles even started the video clip is because they wanted some footage of them doing something. Oh no, we got nothing, so just do this. So they put a video clip up instead of a studio session or whatever it was. And from then on, they had video clips. So there's some love for you folks.
It's always good.
Oh yeah, I reckon pub scenes are always the best time when music was great. You get to see them when they're really starting out, and when everybody's starting to appreciate who they are. It's when they go into records and recordings and everything else, they just lose their identity, I reckon.
Yeah, that's because they're shaped. They're then shaped by
Yeah,
the
and
producers and
they're turned into a production company instead of a music
you know
artist.
how many albums have been changed totally from what the band had in mind to what the producer actually produced. People don't realize the big impact a producer has on the album sound, its direction, the whole lot. It's like you just fucked this album up. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Money says everything, mate. But then again, they made a lot.
yeah, true. Peeps used to hang out in the bar with Filter in Chicago.
Yeah, just read that. And when I was little, I remember arguing with my brother that the members of Poison were female.
Yeah, just look at them. I was looking at the pictures of them, and I go, "Could you tease your hair anymore?" It's like, and they had more makeup on than a woman would wear. That's funny. Rebel Rocker says he interviews local bands now, and boy, did the music change. Geez, that's interesting to be. I don't know how you could be still doing that. Have they got anything to say when you interview them these days?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to
Oh,
used to love Countdown. I don't know about you. Used to love
yeah,
Countdown.
yeah, it was pretty good. For those that don't know, it was a television show that was on a couple of nights a week. I Saturday and Sunday night, I think, and it was basically just all Australian and overseas rock, and they were doing clips, but bands used to perform sort of semi-live on stage as well, which is pretty good. It was a good rock show. Went for a long, long time.
Yeah, but that Molly used to get some really good interviews from people,
Hmm.
and uh, down
He
to
did
earth.
Madonna's first proper interview.
Yeah, nothing was ever scripted, as it were,
Yeah,
like it is now. He used to just ask the questions and got the reaction, and then they edited it afterwards to see what they could get out of it. But I remember he was the first guy I ever watched get pissed on TV.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he got drunk. But that's what I was going to ask the guys in the states and the people that are in like Canada and all overseas, because they don't actually they have bars. You have bars, but you don't like have pubs like we do you? Like public bars, because and they're different. Pubs are quite different to a bar, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon. But yeah, but then again, we've only got what we see on movies and TV and everything else. So you'd have to be.
Yeah.
I do think the Aussie bar
Mm.
we don't have them now because as far as I'm concerned, they're more nightclubs now than they are bars.
Yeah, true.
The Aussie bar was the type of place the family went, regardless of what was going on. In the morning and the afternoon, it was mum and dad, and you might take the younger kids for a lemonade or something like that. But then in the evening, out would come the rock bands, and then the teenagers and all
Yeah.
that would get to go.
Yeah, that's how it worked, wasn't it? It's like, and yeah, you go, oh, mum, can we stay for the band? There's a band on here tonight. Get the fuck out of here. You're going home, you idiot. It's like,
Yeah, I'm not standing around for that loud noise.
because we get excited thinking, wow, there's a band on here. We're going to be able to watch it. It's like, hope they're famous or something. And like, get up, we're going home. It's like,
And 9 times they weren't famous, but they ended up being
mm-hmm.
famous.
So true. So I just read some chat. Oh yeah, Rebel Rocker says, yeah, but they're into rap and want to be Cobain, not having fun no more. Oh yeah, that's sad.
No, I reckon they're all into money at the moment. I think that's what they're all trying to chase. They're chasing the money and the dream, and not trying to do the music. There are still a lot of good new artists out there who are just producing music, and nobody's hearing them, and that's the problem.
Oh really?
Yeah. You have to be in the group of people who are interested in that type of genre to be able to keep up with what's going on. If most people only listen to what's on the radio or listen to the music, like Rage at Night we had here in Australia. That used to bring out some bands that hardly anyone even heard anything from, and those bands went somewhere in Australia.
Yeah.
now, most of the people listen to commercial TV, and if it isn't on Triple J or if it isn't on
Mhm.
Triple M or it isn't like that, they don't hear about it.
Oh yeah, true.
And with the internet now, you've got iMusic and all that type of stuff that you can get your music onto. But unless people are interested in going there or know about where to go, they just
Mhm.
don't get enough
You,
following
you
like that.
won't find it. You'll never find it. I noticed like radio stations in Australia, and I'm sure I'm positive it's like that all around the world these days. You can have a band that's been famous for a long, long period of time. They'll put out an album, say after 5 years or something. They won't play any of it. They'll just like, no, didn't happen. I'm thinking
Yeah,
that's not fair because that band or person has already established credibility that they're good, and like they can't even get a song played on the radio anymore. It's like, how does that work?
yeah. And it is getting down to the money. It used to be before the producers used to know the DJ and get one slipped in, and the DJ would be interested in what the music's coming out and all the new stuff, and he'd get it into his playlist and so forth, so people would get out
Mm,
there. Now it's the radio station saying that we control what our DJs get, and we control what our DJs do, and it's all about the money. If you're not going to pay the money,
yeah.
we're not going to do it. It's too much
Karen
for me.
says, yes, Aussie, yes, pubs and bars are different, also called lounges. Yeah, lounges, pubs are small, bars are huge with lots of people. Yeah, well, that's what our pubs are like a
See,
lounge, yeah, sort of thing.
yeah, we still have the front bar and we still have the what's the name, but most of the pubs now are more about the gaming and
Hmm.
the cocktail hour than they ever used to be before.
Well, I did a live stream from a bar last week, and then I took the people into the pokies area, the slot machines, if you want to call them. And I said, "There's no one smiling in this fucking joint." But yeah, it was good little bar, and there's speaking to the security guard there, he was very individual. But yeah, it was a bit of fun. I hadn't streamed from a bar in Australia before. Done it plenty of times overseas, but never. Yeah. Um. Where
You have
did
to excuse
Bryce
me.
go?
You have to excuse me, folks, if I'm frozen on channel. It's I can't watch YouTube on my tablet without freezing up StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't have both going. So if I want to watch chat, I got to freeze the StreamYard. So I apologise.
I think they're still developing StreamYards to what catering to YouTube now, or what the people from YouTube want. I've noticed their updates they're doing, and you get you get an email every now and then. So
Yeah, well, when I first started StreamYard, I started putting in a lot of feedback from all the things that were going on because they'd always give you an opportunity to put feedback in.
hmm
And one of the things that we were pushing for in our group was to get YouTube chat brought up on the StreamYards for everybody to see.
yeah,
Their last update brought that up, and I think they're also doing a few others. But they're always telling us that mobile StreamYards is still experimental. They can't guarantee how it's going to work.
yeah,
So try it at your own risk. And at the moment, of course, I'm on a mobile. So
yeah. It's cool.
I'm sure that,
Somebody introduced me to, and it's an Australian band, and she's not from Australia. Introduced me to Savage Garden song, and I'd heard it before, but never really listened to it. And it's called Moon and Back. And
yeah,
like I said, I've heard it lots of times, but I've never listened to it. You know, I mean, and look at what the song's about. Really, really
yeah,
good song, and thankfully I already got the backing track for that, so I'm going to try and I don't know if I've got to learn it. It's going to be a hard song to sing, but
yeah. Well, Darren actually, I actually like Darren as a singer. I reckon he's really good.
yeah, it's
That's
pretty good.
Garden. He is. But the reason Savage Garden broke up was because he wanted to take it in one direction, and the guy who was
The lesser,
wasn't interested in taking it there.
hmm
So they decided to go their separate ways. Unfortunately, it wasn't probably the best move Darren could have been made at that time. He could have, got a little bit more out of where he was with Savage Gardens, and then stepped into a solo career. But yeah, never worked out for him in the end.
oh,
He had
that's
a couple out, but they weren't as good as his Savage Garden days.
I'll just go here, and yeah, Rebel Rocker has said the band. I found a band Seduce in the '80s, and it was the wrong time. Glam bands came out at the same time. I watched them every now and then; they were really good. I think this is the band from Detroit, Michigan. They went from 1985 to 1989. Is that the same band?
Dunno.
They built a bit of a following playing clubs in towns. Yeah, this is a band. I'll go to. So they had 2 albums, one in '85 and one in '88. Only a three-piece band too.
I have to have a look at that.
Three-piece bands are pretty hard to do because you got to have a phenomenal guitarist, and that's why Silverchair was so good, because the lead singer and lead guitarist was just phenomenal, Daniel Johns.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a rock three-piece rock band, it's freaking hard to do.
Yeah, and to get a really good three-piece band to sound good, you really have to have a decent drum set that has a variety of sounds coming out of it.
Oh yeah, because you got to fill.
Otherwise, you do, and you do have to have something in your ability to play the guitar, because if you aren't entertaining people with that guitar, people are not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
That's the only problem I find with the three-piece bands back in the '70s. Were everybody saw them because that's all people could be was a guitar, a bass guitar, and drums, and everybody tried to do the singing. But unless you're good at it and you can actually do some serious guitaring, you can't add things like solos and make it sound really good. You have to rely on backgrounds, music, and everything else to help your song get along, and it just doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there have been some guitarists that come out of three-piece bands though.
Well, there was even, we talked about one time the bands that had 2 drummers.
Yep.
And people go, what band had 2 drummers? Well, Adam and the Ants had 2 drummers.
Yep.
And there's another band too, and I can't even think, it's on the tip of my tongue. Rebel Rocker might even know, because he probably knows a lot more about music than I do. David Black was in that band, he said, in Seduce. Interesting.
I'm going to have to look into him, I think.
Yeah.
I must admit, a lot of the good bands that were really good were really remembered for their guitarists.
Oh, sorry, Rebel Rocker's a woman. Sorry, that's so wrong of me to assume that somebody's a man or a woman when it's like your name is not gender specific, is it? So.
No, and it was very arrogant of him to genderize your name.
Yes. How rude. If I was out in public, I'd have like a freaking demonstration around me in Melbourne.
You would have been slapped by a woman, and justifiably so.
In Melbourne, I would, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely in Melbourne. All right, mate, I got to get to work.
No worries,
thank you very much for having me up on the panel. I hope I have entertained people.
Yeah, very informative. Gave us some trivia, and it's good. I like when people bring up things that most people wouldn't know. So,
all right, catch us all later, folks.
See you, mate. See you, Gaffer. Thank you for joining, buddy. Cheers, mate.
All right.
Well, maybe Rebel Rocky could put like I don't know, what's significant for a woman? Could you put like a flower or something? I don't know. Just a thought. We need a picture, don't you? Really? So. Sorry, I had to read that. Thank you for watching still. Yeah, what are you saying? I'm a woman. Probably laugh my ass off, says Karen. Anyway. Well, it has been a good stream. I've enjoyed myself. What time is it, guys? Don't know why. 2:32. We've been going an hour and a half-ish, though. But if no one wants to join after Gaffer, like I said, we can put that up again. If someone wants to join, that's cool. But if you don't want to join, that's all good as well. So how long have you been, Rebel Rocker? How long have you been interviewing bands? I have one. Not running into my ex until he's out of the state. Oh my God. Enough said. Yeah. No need for me to know about that. Karen says it's 10:32 where she is. Over 20 years. Wow. You'd know shit tons of stuff. Do you write for a magazine or what? Do you have your own blog or Drone Kings in Darwin? G'day, mate. That's what I'm thinking. There's probably not a lot of people around from Australia at the moment because they'll be at work. Normally I go live What time do I normally go live? In about, it's 4:30 now. Probably 2 hours time or something normally. Peeps, it's 11:32. It's like a competition. He sliced seducer's bus 100 times. What does that mean? He sliced seducer's bus. Chunky says, yeah, we're all at work. I'm sorry, mate. Do you know what? I've got the door open. It's not even summer here yet. I've got the door open because it's a nice day. It's a bit cloudy, but so the dogs can go in and out. And what happens? A fly's got to enter the house. It's not even summer yet. Those that don't know, in Australia, during summer, lots of flies. And they are fucking annoying. So not too many bands, people had bands that they wanted to forget, but Hanson was one of them. And I noticed they're still going, that Hanson band. I think there's 3 brothers in the band. Rebel Rocker says, I started working for my first paper and was making more money. Ah. Drone Kings in Darwin says, it's bloody cold up here today. Had to wear a T-shirt to work. Yeah, man, it gets hot up where you are. Far north of Australia is fucking hot. That said, I've never been to Darwin. I haven't even been to Cairns either. Furthest I went was, what okay, my mate used to live up there, Rockhampton. It was funny. I was in a sales job then, and boss was freaking crazy. He's just saying to me, he goes, just go to there's a show. Go up there and see if you can meet some people that you never know, you might meet some people and they'll have some work for us. Like you can set up like a freaking contact. I go, where's this show? He goes, Rockhampton, Queensland. I go, I think I know someone in Rockhampton. So I go, how long do you want me to go there for? He goes, 3 days. All right, 3 days. So off I flew up there, grabbed a hire car, and went to this show thing, the exhibition thing. I reckon I walked around the whole place in about half an hour, met a couple of people, and that was it. And then I've gone, fuck, now I'm going to ring my mate. So I rang my mate, and I just partied with him and his other friends for 2 days up there, and then went home. And the boss goes, how was it? Oh, fantastic. But anyway. Okay, he started working with my first paper and he was making more money. And he was jealous. Okay, your ex-husband was jealous? This is an awesome channel. Well, give us a link to it. Yeah. John Kingsley Darwin says, yeah, I'll go to Rocky to get the milk and paper on the weekends. Oh, dear. But yeah, we got our, that's the second time we've been raided. I'm not into those raids, to be honest. You know, every time they go, it's a raid, I never go. I just go, yeah, I'm not into that. Down. Is it nearly beer time? I'm not sure. I think it's, I don't normally have one between 5 o'clock or something, so. And it's not fair if you guys are working. So hopefully Amy living in Chrysalis got, I'm going to just refresh. I think she was after 850 subs, and she ended up, I think she would have got it. Anyway. Yeah, there's a band, if you don't know it, I was going to put it up earlier, the Goanna band, an Australian band, if you're looking for a band with some good music. Old band, but very nice. And there's a song, it just plays on a loop on my other computer here, Chloe Dancer. And as I learnt, the band was the beginning of what's now Pearl Jam. And that is a fucking song. Hard to sing, but anyway. Karen says, only do raids to people I know. Yeah, I can or will support. Otherwise, sorry, I stay true to myself and the people I support. Same. I know, what's the point of me going there? I don't even, like, sure you can meet new friends and all that, but if it's like something that's not relative to what you do. I don't think it's good. Joan Kings Darwin says, "How is Melbourne this week?" Yesterday the wind was blowing that much, it blew down my gates. Got 2 side gates, and they're fucked. And I can't fix them. They're unfixable. So, but it was really warm yesterday. Like t-shirt weather. I've been in a t-shirt the last few days, and yeah, it was pretty. It's warm today, but shitty, like cloudy. There's not much sun. But yeah, gonna get warm here now. What was I going to say? He needs to get down and visit his parents. True. Yeah, okay. So, just like answering question. Rebel Rocket, well, it was great talking to you. Hope to see you soon. Looking forward to watching more. Have a great night. Yeah, same to you. I love talking to people who know a bit about music. It's always interesting. And yeah, leave a comment on one of my videos so then I can get back to you. So, and support you as well. That's how it works. Because, yeah, it's all about meeting people and establishing friendships and finding out what they do. And it's very interesting hearing your perspective on the rock music. I'm sure there's heaps more you could tell us too. And it would be cool if you joined one of our live streams one time. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'm trying to look at your thumbnail, Drone King. I can't see it. They're so tiny. See Karen's. Peeps has got a different one. How are we going? We got 6 people still here. If it drops under that, I'll crack it down, guys, because I'm gonna do some shit. I have to talk to a few people badly. So, but yeah, shitty bands, eh? What a shitty day this turned out to be. Yeah, cheers, Rebel. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. What do you mean? What did you mean, Karen? Like he used to be good, Billy Idol. You didn't know he's still around? He's freaking man. He's a fucking machine. I wish I'd looked at him. His body is like amazing. He'd be 65, something like that. If I look like that when I get to his age, fuck me. Well, not literally, but his wife and I in the avatar should change it, but I like it. Oh, yeah, now I can see it better. Has your wife got really dark hair? Yeah, it's hard to see. Hang on, what if I go to your channel? Maybe I can see it then. It's still hard to see. V8 supercar truck convoy. I haven't seen that video. I don't know if I've watched that. Do you still get cyclones up in Darwin, by the way? Because those that don't know, back in, I don't know, when I was a kid, it was Christmas Day, I think, and a cyclone came through Darwin and pretty much fucking totaled the whole city. But I never hear about cyclones up that way these days. Oh, well, guys, I've got some stuff I got to do. Thank you for those that joined, and just for a bit of a impromptu live stream at a different time instead of late at night. So I'm in the frickin' morning. But I think this gives me the ability to join some live stream panels tonight myself and hang out, which I like more actually than sitting here. No worries, Bamboo. Thank you for joining, buddy. Aussie, I live in the country. We have 3 channels. I only got internet a year ago, so out of the loop. Sorry, but definitely searching out Billy Idol. Wow. So you got 3 TV channels in 2019. How does that work? We got I'm in fucking Melbourne though, I guess. Peep says, "Good day, you cheeky bugger." I like the way Jeff Lackey says it. Good day, Aussie. Good day, you cheeky booger, you cheeky booger. I got that T-shirt design. Well, I haven't finished it yet. Designed 2 peeps. I'll send Jeff's one off first, and I bought him some other stuff today to go with it to put in there. Because I know I was thinking send a fucking T-shirt. It's like I can put other shit in there as well. So I'll send him that and shit like that. You probably only wear it once. Yeah. Drakey says they had Cyclone Marcus here in March odd last year. Okay, I didn't. Oh, because I was away. I think I was away then. I was away in December, January. I was in I don't know where. Was I in Vietnam? And I forget. Prime, Win, and SBS. Is that all you have up there, Drone Kings? See here. Well, there you go. Karen, he only has 3 stations as well. Peeps did a live stream. Well, I didn't get that notification, Peeps, but your thing that you put in Instagram was just to say that you were on somebody else's live stream. I thought it said. It said John Boy for president or something. That's all I seen. So anyway, now I got 7 people watching. I said if it goes under 5, we'll quit. But I think we've done this topic to death, haven't we? I think we have. The Nolan sisters. I remember my sister listening to them. Oh, they get 7 out of 10. Melbourne news, nothing local. We have in Melbourne, I think, just some like normal TV. I think I've got 25 channels. I think we've got about 25 just channels, and then on Foxtel, which is pay TV. I don't know. I don't watch that anymore. Like everyone watches it on the other TVs. I only watch TV in my cinema. That's the only place I go in this house. So the other 2 lounge rooms I don't go in, and I don't watch Foxtel, and I don't watch the football anymore. Sons and that watch footy. So. Oh, you did one today while playing the game God of War. That's an old game, man. That's shit. I've got that on PlayStation 3 in my collection here. ABFG, God of War. I've got God of War collection. I've got 2 God of War collections, and they're both different copies. God of War. Oh, because it has God of War and God of War. Is it God of War 2? It doesn't even fucking say. Yeah, it's got 2 of them in there. So I don't actually have them individually, but I've got. Stop collecting, you know that? I haven't collected anything for fucking 4 months till I met somebody. When I met somebody. How was it? How'd it go, Peeps? Oh, it has it for the PS4. I've got a PS4 here, and it's 2. I haven't played that either. And I got 2 games for it: Watch Dogs 2 and Just Cause 3, sitting there, and I've never played them. So it's me alone. Yeah, so how did it go? Did it stream all right? I've got, I think, at PlayStation, that's what I was doing, trying to complete the whole PlayStation 3 collection. Not that I don't play it, but it's just giving me something to do during the day. I went collecting, and I've got I think I've got 450 PlayStation 3 games now. A long way off. I think there's 1,200 in the whole set. So it went well for the first time. That's good, man. Yeah, I was doing gaming. I did gaming live streams and all that, really late night ones. Cheers, Drone Kings. Thanks for joining, mate. Anytime. Work calls. Yeah, thanks for joining, mate. Yeah, I was doing gaming live streams, and I went, hey, you know what? I talk too much, and I wouldn't game. It's like I'd lose some games you got to concentrate on, obviously, and I'm just chatting. So, yeah, it wasn't too good. Well, shit. 1:42, nearly 2 o'clock. Nearly 2 hours we've been going. I've got to 2 hours. How's that sound? Just as I say that, the sun's coming out. It's not a bad thing. Ooh, it's quite warm out here. It's a kind that moves on. You get that song stuck in your head. You just can't get out of it. Well, it doesn't help if I've got it playing on loop on one of the computers. Trying to learn it, but it's such a hard song that I don't think it's going to work. But who knows? I'm like that with movies. Probably 1,000 or 2,000 movies. What? You're like what? Sorry, I missed that. Oh, sorry, you collect movies. Yeah, I did the same thing. I used to have at my old house 3 huge bookshelves just full of DVDs. And I think I might have told this story once before, but because I used to like looking at the covers and all that sort of shit. And my mate goes, "Why have you got all these here?" I go, "No, because like if I don't know what I want to watch, I want like to go through them all and just have a look." He goes, "Man, just freaking put them all on digital, have a hard drive." And I'm going, "Nah, I'd never do that." Well, I do now. I got everything, just put them to a drive. Got a 3 terabyte drive. That's all linked to the TVs in the house. So if you want to go on that, you can just go to the media center. And I gave away nearly all those DVDs I had to people, and because he was right in the end. Why don't I ever listen to people? Like, it would have been so easy. But have a look at that hair on freaking Nikki Sixx. And Tommy Lee on the right, if you don't know the drummer, doesn't even look like him. Enlightened, hi mate. Yeah, I loved them, Motley Crue. I was saying before, I went and seen their last tour when they came out in Australia, and people go, "Oh, Vince Neil was shit." The way he sings, like he's always sung like that. He sings half a line, and yes, and he shortens the words to you go, "What did he just say?" But Nikki Sixx is your twin. If you had your hair, you could pass for Nikki Sixx. If you had the hair. Karen says, "I have 3 huge bookshelves, 5 to 6 containers, and 213 garbage bags full. Lost about 1,000 in a flood few years." Yeah, get rid of them. Put them on a hard drive. Peep says, "I really enjoyed doing the live gaming. I was thinking of doing it once or twice a week. I want to see if I can use StreamYard gaming so I can have people on panel." It might put you off though. If you have like, I don't know, you could turn it into a fun thing where it's like but if it's serious, like that, it could be annoying for you. I don't know. I've never played that game, by the way. I don't. Out of all those PlayStation 3 games I got, I think I've played about maybe 5. His spirit animal is Nikki Sixx. What an attitude Nikki Sixx has. If you look at him in the, he's a fucking rock and roll performer. That guy. The attitude in the video clips and the images that he pulled and facial expressions, like, yeah, man, this guy can entertain. He could, if he could sing, he would probably make an amazing front man. But that's what I reckon. What do you reckon? It's gone by. I could just hear the wind still blowing outside. I can still hear the sheets of, because all our fences here are like metal like that sheeting, and I can hear it still blowing around out there. I've got it sort of blocked, but Enlighten's reading his books. I'm him, and he is me. Hang on, you can't just because you're reading his book. You can't just fucking because you read I read the Jim Morrison's book too. Fucking, I didn't become him. Oh, that's fucking funny. How you going, mate? Nikki's here. Oh, fuck me. If I
Rock on, mate.
rock on, do the action scene.
Piss off, mate.
Oh dear.
Yo,
Them
I
with
love
Van
Nikki Sixx,
Morrison.
bro. Yo, I love Nikki Sixx. Like, I love Motley Crue, but I'm telling you, I read the books, bro, and he was me and I was him, bro. I'm telling you, we just live different lifestyles, whatever, but like spirit, he has my same spirit. If you read his books, like when I read his book, I'm like, dude, this fucking guy is telling my story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the hell wasn't I there part of it, you know? But I think I
That's
was.
not right though. He's a freaking entertainer. Like there's guitarists and there's guitarists, but he was like freaking the way he would like his actions. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
cool. And he's a bass guitarist, which are normally probably the most boring thing to play, but he made it look pretty damn good.
I meant like the rock and roll attitude. Like he lived it, bro. He wasn't just like the guy that had a T-shirt and played in a fucking band. He was like rock and roll all the way through.
Is that his is that the latest book? So if I go to get it, it's like the latest book about him, or he's wrote it, or what?
I'm talking about like the Heroin Diaries, the one before that with the Jack Daniels bottle on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have a look out for it. I like,
bro, like
most of the things I've read about, like the things I read are about entertainers or musicians. Pretty much, that's all I read, biographies and that sort of thing.
Said he shot like tons of heroin and cocaine and got so paranoid he flushed thousands of dollars worth of drugs down the toilet just to call his dealer back. Like, yo, I need more. His boy was like, yo, you just got a boatload. What the hell, bro? I can't.
Oh my god.
You know, how do you flush down $10,000 worth of coke? You know?
And 10 grand is dropping the ocean when once the money started coming in for that band, it probably would have took a little bit, might have took a couple of years after they'd made it before the real money starts coming in. Then it's just like, what the fuck?
Bro, he said he was running the streets and he's got a couple $100,000 check just sitting in the mailbox. You know, no big deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said, I ain't been home in a week. I get home, there's a check for a couple $100 grand just sitting in the mailbox, chilling.
I wonder what he's going to do, or what's he going to do now? I know his son's in a band.
Didn't he have another band?
Yeah, he did. That's right. I might have to look that up.
I know he was dating that hot chick for a while, Kat Von D, the one that did the tattoos. I don't think they lasted long, but I know they were together at one point.
Yeah, I don't think he'd struggle. He wouldn't.
Kind of when I stopped paying attention to him.
Yeah, I don't think he'd struggle finding a date somehow.
Nah, bro, he was like, bro, that whole book, they were crazy.
Yeah, I don't know that rock and roll thing. I'm sure they're not all like promiscuous and just banging people. Because there's no way. I don't think you. It might be there. It might be there, but I don't reckon everyone's into that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like probably every guy's dream, but I don't reckon they'd all do that. You still gotta have morals.
I mean, in the early days, I'm sure it was great, dude. You know, like when they first started off, but they probably got tired of it towards the end. You know, like
yeah.
But they would say like, I wouldn't shower for a month, and they wanted to see how many girls would blow them and say anything. You know, like I don't mean to talk crazy like that on your panel, but that's like the stuff that him and Tommy Lee did because they were like brothers. Him and Tommy Lee were the ones always together. Mick Mars was like the old dude, and Vince Neil was like some pompous little prick diva lead singer. You know, they hated him.
Yeah, see, Vince achieved his goal. He just wanted to be a lead singer in a band from junior school. What do you call it? Junior school. I don't know what they call it over there, but yeah. And I read the book on Vince Neil, and it's like that's all he wanted to be. And I was talking to his mother, and it's like that's all he wanted to do, and he couldn't sing or anything, so he had to like learn. And it's like, did you watch that the documentary show about them that was on Netflix?
I did see that, and I thought it sucked really. But the only thing I liked about it was the part
music?
where not the music even, because I think they did shitty on that, but where Mick Mars was like, you know, the only thing cool about bands are their names. He's like, I could tell a cool band by their name. You know, like he was on point with that. But the rest of the movie was like, it was like bubblegum. You know, it might as well been a Backstreet Boys movie to me.
None of it sound made up and contrived. And the Vince Neil character, not the person playing it, the character was just so off whack. It was just dumb. It's like people were hailing it as like amazing masterpiece. I'm going, what? I like some good bits in it, but most of it I was like, Jesus.
I think it. Even Nikki Sixx, I think it did a disservice to the band, you know, to their legacy.
He was telling the story, wasn't he? It was from his perspective. It's like, I don't know.
Nikki's perspective?
I thought it was from telling it from Nikki's point of view, wasn't it?
Well, it was supposed to be an adaptation from the book. I never read that book called, what was it called, Dirt or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't read it either. Yeah.
So I don't know how good of an adaptation it was, but, you know, I read the other books, and when I read a book, I feel like you're in there with the people. You know, I didn't feel like I was in the movie with. I'm like, what is this crap? Fluffy. It was like Backstreet Boys-ish, you know?
Yeah, it's true. I'm taking a piss.
These guys are on the road with Ozzy Osbourne. Even when he was like sniffing the ants, I was like, dude, you guys got to go in. Like, make these guys the rock stars that they are, you know?
Well, yeah, sorry. That's better.
No, you're good.
Had to do a Premier Hell and take a piss.
Oh, yeah? On a kangaroo?
But I come back this time. I went kangaroo hunting the other day. But I don't know what they've done out there. Last time I went there was fine. I had like great internet connection. This time it just buffered everywhere and it's like, fuck, what have they done? But we found about 50 kangaroos. So.
Did you shoot them?
No, but there was one that stood up and it was about 7 feet tall.
What?
Yep, man. And I went over near it and it just sat down and just laid down on the ground. And it was like I was about 20 feet away, then I got about 15 feet, then it stood up and it just gave me this stare and it look and I went, I'm gone. See ya. I'm fucking out of here. But they were everywhere. Brandon the Pinocchio, how are you, mate?
It's got to be great fun, bro. Hunting kangaroos in the outback.
Brandon says, man, I wish I lied reading. I just can't read. I felt bored and others feel interested. I wish I was, because it's good for you and one extra string in my life to get me to do something. Yeah, that's a shame, man. If you liked reading.
I wanted to tell you, I met another awesome Australian. Space Monster 61.
No, I don't know him or her.
She's awesome, dude. It's a girl. She's like badass, like you guys.
I've never heard of it. There you go. That's cool. Well, Brandon, you are missing out something there, because getting a book and getting into a corner somewhere in your house or wherever it may be in a nice spot and reading a book is a pretty cool thing to do. So solitude, but you can escape and you can end up being Nikki Sixx, like Enlightened there.
I was, dude. I felt like I was him, bro. Honestly, I felt like he lived my life.
I love the way you phrase things. Oh dear.
Yo, Bamboo. What's up, peeps?
Bamboo. Tie me kangaroo down, spot. Tie me kangaroo down, says Brandon the Pinocchio. Yeah, that guy's in jail now who sung that song in England for pedophilia charges.
Oh no.
Aussie Outlaw, there is another Aussie channel called Awesome Epic Adventures. You should check them out if you haven't. Maybe I will. I don't have any awesome epic adventures. Most thing I do is go to a bar or something. It's not that fucking interesting in my life. It's fucking boring.
Can you still see me? Because I'm reading the chat now. I got it on chat. Like now you can see the chat on your phone. They upgraded it somehow.
Yeah, Gaffer was saying that before. Yeah, I can still see. It's cool. The Frunk Brothers, worth typing again. Damn.
I just did a video, guys. It's a mukbang. It's like a shout out to the guys that don't get to eat the Wawa hoagies. If you never had a Wawa hoagie, check it out, Aussie.
Yeah, I will. I will check it out, man. I'm gonna eat. What am I gonna eat in the Philippines? Is this like they have this chicken place, and it's sort of like their version of KFC.
Oh,
And
you're in the Philippines?
I will be in 2 or 3 months.
Oh shit! I thought you were there now. I was gonna
No, man,
say,
I don't.
what?
No. I'm gonna. Fucking, I was away half the year anyway, as it is. Trying to
The
figure.
last stream I seen of yours, you were in the bar and you were fucking with the bouncer. Pardon my language. I'm sorry.
No, you can swear. You can swear all the time here, man. It's all good. Yeah, how was he? How was that bouncer like?
You were like, what is he really going to do, though? You know, he's all dressed up, but he probably knew some stuff, bro. He might have twisted you like a pretzel if you got out
Yeah,
run.
that's what I said. I'm going to fight later on. I want to see you throw me out. We'll make your boss. Yeah, you think your boss is like going, wow, he's good. His name was Zach. That's right. Okay. Then the boss is
I
going
was
to think
like-
you're fucking really good. I'll fucking punch some bloke over there, and you come flying in and throw me to the ground, and it's like he's getting into it.
I was praying you didn't keep messing with the old Italian guy because he looked like a mafia boss or something. Didn't he? He's like, he had that swag about him, like he was connected.
I was talking to
Yeah.
my friend about him the other day, and she said he's like seemed like a very nice bloke. And when you read into him, I bet he's lost his wife. You know, his wife's passed away, and that's his day out. And I was thinking, there's a whole backstory to someone when you meet them, and you go, "Oh, poor bloke." And probably nobody's talked to him probably all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's probably sat in that fucking. He wasn't there that long, he said, but you know, he comes up, drives up there. It's like gets out of the house. I'm thinking, maybe I made his day just having a chat to him. I don't know. He sat down.
He reminded me of my uncle, actually. I got an Uncle Carmine from New York, but he came over on the boat from Italy. So he reminded me of him. Oh, yeah.
And then I
he had
gave away
that
my.
same
Then I gave
demeanor.
away my name. Then I gave away my name.
You did?
Yeah, I introduced myself as me.
I didn't catch it.
Oh, it's still there. I don't care. Most people know it anyway. But it's not like it's a secret. But then it wouldn't be the character. See, it'd be me. So not the character. Yeah.
Hey, that was a fun time. I was hoping you went live outside. I was hoping you took us to the game.
Well, I was going to. My phone was on. What did I say? It was on 70% or something. When I looked down after talking to the Italian guy, I said, "Oh, I'm going to go outside and we'll watch some of the football." And then I looked at it; it's like 5%, 4%. I go, "Oh my god!" And I didn't bring a charger or anything. But
Yeah, that live stream sucks up the battery life.
yeah, but I hadn't been going that long. That's why I went, "Oh fuck." Brandon Pinocchio says, "I saw your kangaroo hunting stream, but it was in there for a short time because my internet kept glitching." Well, it was my internet there, buddy. And he says, "You're going to the Philippines. I'm going to Thailand in November." Cool, man. Where are you going to Thailand? Are you going to Phuket or are you going up north to one of the other islands? Jump that bouncer, says Brandon Pinocchio. I didn't mind people. I don't care. I've said it. I've said it on a live stream many times. My name, like when you're talking in third person, you go and David, like, or Barry or Fred. It's not a big deal. But it's just like it wasn't like the time or place because I'd already introduced.
I don't even care what your name is, bro. You're Aussie Outlaw to me. Like you're just gonna be Aussie. Like
Yeah.
If I moved next door to you and we became great friends, 10 years from now you'd still be Aussie.
Yeah, that's why it's like it's like a nickname, isn't it? Really. But yeah, that was funny. Like I thought, yeah, it'll be cool. This would be great. Yeah, and I'll go outside now and watch there and blah blah. No, no, phone dead.
Was that a rugby match?
No, Australian football.
Is that like
totally
soccer?
different? It's a totally different sport. It's like its own sport. It's a combination of just about everything together. But I can get the ball. I get the ball and run with it. I can go in any direction I want. But as long as I bounce it every 10, 15 yards, I've got to bounce the ball on the ground. So you can just keep running anywhere.
Hello, Bryce from New Zealand. Welcome.
Bicycles is back in the house.
Kia Kaha. Yeah, I don't know anything about that sport. I'm gonna have to look at some videos on that.
Oh yeah, just type in AFL or Australian football hardest bumps, because we don't wear pads or anything. So you just like, I can run straight through you, man. It's like, and you're not padded, you got no helmet or nothing. It's like, woof. Oh yeah, I was like, when I played, I was like violent. We used to fight back then. It was like a bit more like ice hockey in a way. And I could just run past you and just smack elbow straight to the head. Crazy shit used to happen.
Yeah, I got to check that out. You keep saying this. I heard it you say it a couple times before, so it's definitely worth a look.
If you want to take possession, if you want to take possession of the football, so I could kick it to you, and for you to take possession, you have to mark it, so catch it, and then you can stop there, and they have to get on your mark, so you can stop the play. But you can also get it when you take it and just keep running with it, the ball. To take that mark, to catch it, I can jump on your back. So you're the opposition, and you're in front of me, and they kick it up high. I can just jump on your back and take the ball and take the mark. So you'll see guys on standing, literally have jumped and are standing on people's shoulders in full flight and taking the ball. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, that sounds kind of reckless.
Oh yeah, but I was lucky. I played how long did I play for? 22 years of football.
Damn, you look like a little football player.
Since I was a baby, and
we
like
called
a little kid.
We used to play a game over here called Kill the Man with the Ball. That's what that sounds like.
Similar fucking thing. Because you can tackle. I can grab you by the jumper and just fucking throw you to the ground, and it's like, yeah, or you can bump you, or so it takes a bit of from every game.
You couldn't hit nobody if they didn't have the ball, but once they got the ball, it was over, bro. And the only way to get the ball was you got to throw the ball. Somebody else get it. You know, there was no point in the game. There's no scoring. The whole purpose of the game was just to rip people.
Yeah. Well, that's well, my son still plays, so he played that day, and they lost. So if he had won that game, he would have been in the grand final, the final game of the year. But he lost, and he played shit again. So.
Did you see Bamboo? What he called it?
Oh yeah, smear the queer.
I don't know how that name got associated with that, because queer actually means strange.
Yeah. Smear the strange person.
Smear the strange person.
Just throw it up, tackle. Karen says it actually sounds exciting, the game. Oh, it's exciting.
It's like that book, Clockwork Orange. The real name for the book was Queer as a Clockwork Orange.
Oh, really?
Yep, but somehow they changed it to just Clockwork Orange.
Who wrote that? Stanley Kubrick? Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah, that was good. Stanley Kubrick.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. You know what? I've never really watched the film. I've watched bits of it. I never sat down and actually watched the film. And I know it's a classic, and I was into films for a long time. And yeah, I should have watched it.
I read the book. The book was much better.
It usually is that way, isn't it? Like you read a Stephen King novel, if you're into the horror sort of thing and quirky stuff. But then if you watch something like one of the movies that they've adapted from, you go, "What is this shit?" It's like they're never that good.
Terrible, the movie adaptation. Maybe if you never read the book, the movie might be good or okay. But once you read the books, Stephen King is so intense, bro. I read a lot of his books.
Yeah, you can sit there and read you're on the edge of your seat and you're reading a book and you go, "Whoa, I'm going to read another page. I'm going to keep reading."
Yeah, man. And he's in detail. Like he'll describe one thing like 4 pages long, and he'll just be describing like a certain aspect. So you really get into detail and depth with him.
Yeah. I
used to be a good reader. I don't really have time now that I found YouTube and a bunch of other stuff.
I'm the same. Like I should. And you know what? I always when I go away, I'll take a book with me. And I never read anything. There's no fucking point because like on the plane, all I'm trying to do is just chill out and rest. And, because I know when I get there, the time zone's going to be all fucking fucked up. So I just want to chill out and try and if you can catch some sleep, you catch some sleep. So read a book. And like when I get there, in a different country, everything you see is you've never seen before. So I'm not going to be going and sit down in the park and read a book when I'm overseas.
Right.
So
I read a book now. I get like 2 pages in. I fall asleep. I get sleepy for some reason. I just go right to sleep.
It's taken you a long time to read Nikki Sixx book then.
Now, I read that probably in 2 days. I didn't stop, but that one I just zinged through it. But yeah, I read that book that Bamboo's talking about, Into the Wild. Great book, Alexander Supertramp. I watched the movie. I'm like, what is this crap?
Is that the monsters thing? Are they like monsters?
No, this
What is
guy
that?
had a good life. He was in college. He was young, and he just got like an epiphany.
Yeah.
And he stopped working. He had a life savings.
Mm.
He gave that all away and just decided to travel the country. Just wanted to hitchhike all around the states.
Oh, really? Wandering veteran. G'day, mate. Thanks for
Yep.
joining, buddy. Peep says, we used to play that all the time. Someone would always end up in hospital. It was great. Miss those days.
Always,
Exactly.
dude.
Did you have, well, you probably didn't. It was called British Bulldog here. And it's like, and I don't know where the name comes from, Britain, I gather. But what you do, excuse me, start off with one guy in the center. And there's there's 40 of us kids down one end. And what we're going to do is get to the other end. And he's got to tag you. So if he tags you, you're in. So what they do then, once you've got more than one, they'll tackle you to the ground. So you try to run to the other end, and there might be 15 people now there waiting to get you. So all these guys are smashing in here, and it's like the injuries. I've seen that many guys over the years get broken arms and wrists, and it's like teachers are saying, you can't play that game, or just go and secretly play it somewhere else. And like,
That's how it was for us too. I'd come home battered and bruised and bloody. My mom was so pissed all the time. Especially, she was really mad if she had to take me to the hospital because I cracked or sprained or, something real bad like that. She was really upset with me then. We were kids though. We were just playing. I wasn't thinking of hospital bills or, I can't play that. I don't want to get my mom's hospital bill too high. We would just go. Like, let's go.
Well, we used to rip our jeans and all that, and fuck, I didn't want to go home because say to your mum, like, these are your fucking jeans are ripped again. It's like, fucking, and I walk in, I'm trying to hold the rip on my jeans, and mum's going, did you have a good day at school, son? And I'm going, good, thanks. It's like, what are you doing? I'm going, nothing. Did you rip your fucking jeans? Like, oh my God. It's like, and I used to have, like, I was the only boy in our family. I had 3 sisters, and like, I had to have, like, everything, like, Levi's. I didn't have no shitty jeans when I was growing up as a kid, and because mum used to trip out because they were expensive, and you fucking ripped another pair. I said, I'll turn them into shorts. It's okay.
Right? Yeah, that was the other thing. Tearing up. You better change into some play clothes because we have play clothes and school clothes.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, over in America, you get this is how it went down. We got a couple outfits for school. I didn't get a whole lot. We weren't rich. And then we had play clothes. So you better not tear up your school clothes because you weren't getting more. We didn't have money like that, Yeah. School shoes. You got one pair in the beginning, and they usually lasted almost all year.
Mm.
Yeah. But we got the Converse. We didn't go pick our stuff out. Like mom went and got it. Like, this is what you're getting. A pair of Chuck Taylors.
I'm not wearing
real
that.
Chuck Taylors.
I'm not wearing that. No way I'm wearing that.
What, Chuck Taylor?
No, it's saying like she'd buy you something. You go, I'm not wearing that. It's like, I can remember there was a lady, I think 1, 2, 3 houses down from us in our street, and her daughter did a funny. I nearly took her out years later. She's so much older than me, but she did a hairdressing course. And what was her name?
A what course?
A hairdressing course. She went to hairdressing school. And so she got her to come up. I'm trying to think of her name. It'll come to me in a minute. And so my mum said, well, you can come and cut Aussie's hair. And all right. And I had fucking long hair and all that shit. And I'm sure my mum worded her up to cut my hair pretty short, and there's going to be this respectable looking hair. It's like, I want to be a rock and roll fucking star, not freaking not an accountant. And
right?
My mum had worded her up, and she starts cutting my hair, and I'm looking what she's doing, and I'm going, hang on, that was short, and that's short. And in the end, I just cracked it, and I had to go at her, and I had to go at my mum, and I said, "That's it. Like, no, she's not cutting anymore. No, she's got to finish it." It's like half my hair was cut, and the other half wasn't.
Bro, we used to just get a buzz cut. When you just got your whole head shaved, that was it. When it came time again, you got it shaved again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was my lifestyle. That was my extent of fashion.
I met her years later. She was out with my sister, and I almost went out with her. Like, she's, I don't know, fucking how many years older than she was, but she was like fascinating person. I know her sister was Lorraine. She was Patricia. Trisha, that was her name, Patricia. Yeah, funny stuff. I never thought of that for years. But Bryce says, got my coffee. He's got it. I'm good to come up for a little bit. Mm-hmm. If you want me on a panel, nah, not interested, mate. But
you want me to hop off?
You sit there and drink your fucking coffee. No, of course not.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say I can step down for a little bit. I don't want to.
No, you're
hog up all your time, mate.
Nah, it's all good, mate. I was going to go, and I thought, well, you know, because it's early for me to do this stream. So there it is, Bryce.
Bro, I did a double take when I seen you fucking live. I was like, he's live, or is he posted a video? What is going on? So I clicked it. And here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wouldn't believe the people that joined. You just wouldn't believe it.
Because you don't hardly go live a lot.
Well, I do usually this last 3 or 4 weeks, but I go like about an hour or two's time. Oh, probably, sorry, in about 3, 4, about 3 hours time, I normally go live on this night. So it's really late.
Yeah, I've been going live a lot, but I've been like certain things I got to do during the week, so I can't go every night. But you know, it's not because I don't want to. But
I don't enjoy it that much, to be honest. I like joining other people's live streams and just being in the background, sort of thing. But
well, you and me both, Ozzy. But yeah,
because it is. It's like a lot of concentration, doesn't it, Bryce? And g'day, welcome, Bryce from New Zealand.
Kia ora, Bryce. Hello and welcome.
Kia ora.
No, Bamboo. He's not from Australia. He's from New Zealand. New Zealand.
He said,
the home of the Great White Cloud.
2 kangaroos and 1 stromboli.
Land of the long white cloud.
That's it.
And today, the cloud is long, but it's more dark grey / black than it is white.
What are you being, the weatherman now?
Yeah, we like these sky checks, though. We're sky watchers, all of us in here. Me, Bamboo, Peeps.
Hey, Bryce, best band ever and worst band ever.
Worst band ever is...
For you, we're not talking. It's not like for me. What you?
Yeah, no, that's that's 2 really, really rough questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to pick. They all, even the bad ones, usually have their good points.
They can't be bad if they have good points.
No,
I can't say, but it's
they can do a cover of a song badly, and they're still a good band, a good group, whatever.
That's true.
So yeah, they can write old butcher a song and still be good with their own music. So yeah.
Enlighten, best band, worst band?
I'd have to say my favorite band of all time. It's kind of tough, like, because there's so many. I'm a 70s baby, you know what I mean? Like Black Sabbath, the Stones, The Who. But I got to say, like, the one that I loved the most growing up, you know, besides Led Zeppelin and all them, was The Doors. So for me, I have a special affinity for The Doors.
The Doors. See, that's 3 of us now, The Doors. Nails of Pani, how are you?
You like The Doors too?
Pretty solid choice. Solid choice with The Doors. I've got to
Who else said The Doors?
That's what somebody asked me. Like Gaffer was asking me. They said, how did I start in music and what was my inspiration? And I thought I was just going to be Jim Morrison, freaking getting wasted, picking up women. And just like, that's a lifestyle for me. I was doing that from a kid. And I was like,
right?
I can't wait. It's like, and when you actually get there, you realise that fucking it isn't like this at all. But I got the drinking and the smoking cigarettes down pat, but and a bit of other things, but the rest just didn't come. And success certainly didn't happen.
Right?
I guess you need like talent. I forgot that bit.
Yeah, well,
Nelly.
who remembers talent when you eventually get up on stage and everybody
Same.
seems to love your
amazing.
act or whatever?
It's a good
You,
feeling.
you
Bryce.
forget about a lot. You forget about
Yeah.
a lot.
Very like a lot of people don't realise, and if they've never done it, if they haven't played an instrument or anything and performed somewhere, or like a singer, and I was, how powerful it is.
Yeah,
Because
and also how much work actually goes into perfecting it before you take it up on stage.
Yeah, but the power of people, like I put it in between the songs, say talking in between the songs, the power of that when people are standing there looking up at you and you're just talking absolute bullshit, like just rubbish.
Yeah, and they're hanging on to every word you're saying.
Exactly, that's a powerful thing. Though it's like public speaking.
That is hugely influential. Hugely influential.
Exactly. So sorry, I always say Nelly. Nelly, like I said, she's another Australian. I've been on her live streams a few times, annoying the freaking hell out of her. And she went to Jim Morrison's grave in France. She did not, like you guys, at least you know me, you know what I'm like. But Nelly's like, I've gone on her live stream. She's gone, who is this fucking guy? He's fucking insane.
It sounds like me when I first heard of you and you started conversing with you in the chats.
But and she sort of gave away where, like the area, like the general area where she lives, and I know that area, and so I'm saying, well, that's where I live, and then I started like saying things about the area, and she's going, hang on, I go, and she's like, how do you know that? And I'll tell you now, Nelly, how I worked out some of the things. I looked at your house, like inside, like you could see behind. I could tell what type of house it was. It looks like it's. I'm not an expert on architecture. It was like, you've got Edwardian, Georgian, and all that sort of. I sort of worked out what type of house it'd be, and so I was saying things, and she's saying, "How do you know my house?" And I'm going, "Because I'm your fucking neighbour." It's like,
oh damn!
And then when I said about when I said the other night about the front porch, there's got like this front porch, and she's going, you do know my house. And then there was a knock at her door. That's right. I said, I've got my mate here, and we ran our gas for our barbecue. I'm going to see if I can come around your house and borrow yours. And she goes, I don't have one at a barbecue. And then someone knocked at her fucking door. But it was her neighbours. It wasn't me, but
It's a kangaroo.
it was her neighbours.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Seriously.
But she knows me, and I don't live anywhere near. Oh, that's right. You know what I did? She goes, oh, you wouldn't guess where I went to school, Aussie. And right, well, think of Melbourne's 4.5 million people, right? Where did she go to school? And I'm thinking, and I go, okay, she's very well educated. If you ever talk to her, and you can tell she's well read. I can tell everything. You know what I mean? I'm analysing her. I could tell. I'm thinking, okay, she didn't go to a public school. This is all an assumption, and I'm going, she clearly went to a private girls' school, I'm thinking. And so I'm trying to think of the one, and I thought it was a Catholic school, but she said, no, I'm not, I don't go to Catholic school. And I'm going, okay. And then because I'm not religious, I don't know the difference between, Presbyterian, I don't know the difference between all that. And I go, all right, so first guess, and I guessed where she went to school. Bang, I got to school in one. And she's going, hang on, how do you know that? And it was totally a guess. It was one of the best schools. It's probably one of the best schools in Melbourne, wouldn't you think, Nelly? Well, she can't answer, but she is. She's there.
She'll get into chat.
She can join. She can join if she wants. There's a link if you wanted to join. Oh, she might not know how to join.
It's fairly easy. Once you click the link, you just have to put your screen name in and hit join. And Aussie will bring you up on panel when he sees you in the backstage room.
Yeah, say hello. People are still here. Nelly, yeah, she can say hello to her.
This is the main stage.
Yeah,
it is. It's the main stage of the rock
she's at work. I'm sorry. Don't say the W word in here.
Oh,
She said the W word.
word.
Yeah, was that
Slave
she?
Factory.
G'day,
His-
teacup.
Her school was in the top 5. Yeah, it's in the top 5. Yeah, easily would be. It's a ladies' college. G'day, teacup. It's an early stream. I didn't even promote this. I didn't share it out or anything.
No,
Yeah.
people just got notifications, which is an oddity on YouTube these days.
Isn't it shocking? I wonder if they're going to work on that or I don't know.
I mean, every time you've gone live, Ozzy, I've had notifications. So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And let's just say notifications on YouTube. That's an oxymoron at the moment.
But they should try and fix it, shouldn't they?
They should, but I have a funny feeling it's one of their algorithms or bots doing the interference with the notifications. So, yeah.
Oh, that's what I was
Probably
talking about.
Probably
Sorry.
the Purge one.
Yeah,
Probably the Purge.
that's what I was talking about.
interfering with it.
When I'm in the Philippines, I'm going to do a thing of it's their version of KFC. There, it's called Jollibee.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Sounds nice. Just make sure that chicken's cooked right through, though.
I'm not going to go in the kitchen. It's a fast food. Like, you cooking that right, mate? It's like, get the fuck
Hey.
out of here.
Rip it open before you eat it, and if it's still red at the bone, throw it
I'll
out.
do a food review when I'm there. The internet there's dodgy. Like, even if I get 4G, whatever, it's like they said it's really shonky. And most of the places, not like in the rest of the world, you go there and you got freaking Wi-Fi in the bar. Like, that's why I hang out in bars. Like, you get free Wi-Fi.
Holy shit, we got Teacup in the building. What up, Teacup?
What's up, teacup?
Hey, Leon. Leon's asking, is that picture up next to us, is that the Backstreet Boys?
That's
I'm like, probably not.
Motley Crue.
Come on, bro. You're about to get timed out.
I took another look when I saw the question. I went, that doesn't look anything like the Backstreet Boys.
I can't even see his comment.
Hey, Leon. He's up a little bit. It's up a little bit.
It's up.
Oh, there
above.
it is. Sorry, Leon.
Open your
G'day,
eyes.
mate. How are you, buddy?
Leon's funny. He's kind of snarky, but he's funny. You know, he's like witty with his comment.
Yeah,
No
that's
harm.
cool.
He's in my streams all the time. What's up, Leon? That's a funny dude, really.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys on heroin, that'd be.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm literally.
Yo, I have a whole new respect for them though. After I watched that, not like I love their music or anything, but I watched the documentary on Lou Pearlman and how they got raped by that guy.
Oh,
You know?
really?
They didn't get raped physically. I mean, they
No,
probably
yeah. Done over.
was like, that was probably on the table too. I think he did try to get him in weird ways, but just how they got taken for all that money, that dude made a fortune off them boys.
Oh, yeah? Karen says, Aussie, we have down east, Jollibee. No, lots of Philippine people, lots here. Okay, maybe they've opened up a franchise of Jollibee down there. Yeah, that's interesting. And she's in Canada,
Okay.
so...
Well, if that's the case, how long before it hits the US and comes south?
not always, though, mate. It's like...
Yeah, but a lot of the times they'll open up in the north and just let it filter on down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks. Open your eyes, peeps. Thanks, peeps.
I haven't read it yet, so I'm waiting. I'm laughing before I even read it, so I was in another window.
Where the fuck is this video at, dude? Oh, here it is. All right. You ever upload a video, Aussie, and then you can't find it on your page, like as it's uploading? You're like, where did it go? I'm like, do I gotta upload this again? And then it just shows up one day, but
I have done that.
Stress.
What's up for you on the weekend, Bryce?
I've got about 8.5 to 9 hours of the W word tomorrow.
Okay.
And Sunday, not much.
I'm going to freaking party like it's 1999 tonight.
It is 1999. They've been lying to you, bro.
I'm stuck.
Wow, 1999, making you 9 years old.
I got some serious shit going on, and fucking, you know what? I think the answer is going to be drinking.
It's a Mandela effect, total Orwellian experience.
The drinking effect, like it helps for that moment, and then the next day you're still fucking misery.
When you drink, you don't get drunk. You become. It's like sobering. It's weird.
Me?
Yeah, you see
Me
things
personally?
better and clearer.
Oh, yeah, true,
Even-
yeah. Although I do get emotional, but... Oh, that's right,
Oh,
Karen. Yeah, your ex-husband is from the Philippines. Sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Panay? Some girl was like,
Yeah.
I'm a Panay. I'm like, what the
Pinoy.
hell's a Panay?
Pinoy?
She's like, oh, it's somebody from Philippines. Oh, I didn't know that. Mandela
Yeah, I'm
effect.
not like... I haven't even... I've all the places... Philippines got like 4,000 islands. I've only read up really on where I'm going. I'm going to 2 islands, so they're fucking big. And so I don't know that much about the place, which I thought... Normally I study it and I go, this one I'm just going in, fuck it. I'm a bit anxious about going there.
You know, I
I think
watched
it's
a
really
documentary on there, bro. And these Filipinos, they take scrap metal from all over the island, I guess, whatever one they're on,
Mm.
and they melt it down and they make ghost guns. They make real handguns that look like, like a name brand Beretta
I
or
want a-
something,
Well, I want a
but it's a
new
little
gun.
Filipino knockoff,
Yeah, I want a new gun, so...
untraceable.
Cool. Now, Nelly doesn't drink. That's good. But I will be tonight.
I got a question for you, though.
Mm.
Bryce, this is for
Yo.
you, Bryce.
Go for it.
Now, I know they call the women Kiwis. That's like a flightless. Are the men Kiwis too?
Yes. Anyone
They are?
from New Zealand is a Kiwi.
So it's like a unisex
Yep.
flightless bird.
It's unisex name.
Gotcha.
It's the affectionate nickname.
Because
and-
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people from New Zealand, and it's only the girls that really say Kiwi, Kiwi, Kiwi. And I'm like, are the
No.
guys Kiwis too?
No, I have a push to talk app that I use to talk to people in America and all over the place, and my code name on there is Crazy Kiwi. So yeah,
Crazy. What about
Crazy.
if you ever meet a
I'm
Maori?
the Crazy Kiwi.
If you ever meet a Maori guy or a freaking Islander guy in Lighton, don't fight him. No, they're beautiful people anyway. Most times you wouldn't be in that
A lot of
position.
the time they're very, very calm.
I'm not a
but
fighter. I'm a lover.
if you get into a fight with one of them, especially
You will
at
lose.
this fight, you will come off.
You will lose. You will lose, mate. I used to fight a lot,
Guaranteed.
right? I tell you now, I would never.
What, a
I would never
Kiwi?
fight. It was
A Maori?
no, Maori guy. Mate, you hit one, and trust me,
They
it
all
won't hurt
jump
him.
you.
It won't hurt him though.
As soon as you hit one, they all jump you. It's not fun.
Yeah, both men and women are Aussies, as Nelly says. Yeah, both men
Yeah.
and women are Aussies.
That's
It's not a gender thing.
same thing. Same thing over here with Kiwis.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't call them Kiwis though. I don't call you guys Kiwis.
well,
I
we
don't think
call
I
you
do.
guys Aussies.
I
Well,
don't
I
think
will
I
say
do,
this.
though.
Don't sleep on the Americans. We're not just a bunch of snowflakes. Each
No.
snowflake is
Ameri-
different. Remember that.
If we want to turn around and call the Americans anything, we'll say Yankees. But a lot of the time, we tone that one right down because that these days is a little bit derogatory.
Yeah, that's not really accurate because
Yeah.
Yankees here in America, there's besides the 50 different countries that are connected, there's the North and the South. Okay, each state's like a different country, and Yankees in America is like the northern part. Like the northeast part actually. Anybody else is not a Yankee. If you go down south, the rednecks, they hate Yankees. They hate them with a passion, like they hate us. I can't just go live in Alabama because even though I'm American, I could be white. It could be more whatever down there. I'm not welcome, to be honest with you. Certain parts of the South. Because I'm considered a Yankee.
South is rebel states, isn't it?
Yeah, the rebel states, the rednecks.
More,
Yeah.
more, more. With a rebel yell.
So
It's the craziest thing. It
I-
doesn't make sense, but it,
I think I remember
true.
hearing something about the Confederate states were in the South back when it was a Confederate instead of United. Whatever.
right.
So yeah. So I do like a little history to go along with everything else. So yeah, exactly. Nelly back in the Civil War.
It
or
is
Before the
interesting.
Civil War.
Well,
So, yeah.
there's lots of things in the Civil War. Some of the things that happened were amazing. Not talking about the actual physical war, but how they got money to fund the war, and there's like so many things that happened in the background. So,
Yeah.
They cut off the supplies. Like really,
mhm.
they did. They cut off all the supplies to the South, so
Hey,
they
Snobby.
starved them out.
G'day, Snobby. How are you, mate? The carpetbaggers, yeah.
Snobby.
See, Nellie didn't go to the best school in Melbourne for nothing. She's wealth of
Yeah.
information.
I love
Yeah.
that name, Nelly. How do you pronounce it? Nolly? Nelly?
Nellie.
Nelly.
I've mispronounced it the whole freaking time. So
Yo,
she
I'm
had to correct
terrible
me.
at pronouncing names. Like Bryce, that's an easy one. Nelly, not so much. Don't even get me on the last name. Zupani. Zupini.
Yeah, Zapani. It's Italian. That'd be Italian.
It does sound
Zupani.
Italian, right? Little Zupani.
Italian?
I'll be
Sounds like a
back.
spice. Put a
All right,
little
matey.
sprinkle of Zupani.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Sorry,
sure.
Nolly. It's all in fun.
Zupani.
Know that I love you. She said Nelly.
Enlighten's Italian as well.
Paisan.
Although you're the freaking New York Italians that I know and we love.
But I'm not really New York Italian. Like I'm New York Italian to you, but like if you go up, even New Jersey's like 2 states, Aussie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As soon as you cross over like Trenton area, that's when you get like the Joe Pesci Italians. You know, the ones that are real
Yeah.
fucking
The Guidos.
Goombas.
The Guidos. I call
We
them.
call them meatballs. That's where you get the fucking meatballs at up north.
Oh, really?
Well, the thing is, when my ancestors came over to Italy, they didn't want to just stay immigrants and derelicts. You know, they might have did what they had to do to a time being, and then they wanted to better themselves. But like a lot of the ones up north in New York, they think, you know, they just want to be the mafia. Like even though that's dead, they don't want to work and want to just organize crime things. And you know, my grandparents and them separated from that criminal enterprise life. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
they did a good job because they stopped talking like they were in the mob too, you know?
Yeah. Open your eyes.
These other meatballs, they don't want to give it up. They're holding on to a lost generation.
Open your eyes, people. Says the South don't like enlightened.
The South don't like enlightened. They don't. You know that. Come on, peeps. Don't act brand new. You know. You guys would like me for a couple days. Hey, how you doing? But then like this fucking Yankee motherfucker. Get out of here.
Snobby, quick question for you, mate. Best band and the worst band.
She said she's been to Patterson, New Jersey. That's the worst place in Jersey to be.
Joycey.
You know, that's like the worst fucking town, dude. It's crazy over there.
Jersey's so good, freaking Bon Jovi freaking named an album after it.
I mean, certain parts are lovely. But what the hell were you doing in Patterson? She can't be that smart, Aussie.
maybe she had freaking family there or something. You can't choose where your family lives. Oh, come and visit, Nelly. Come and visit. Oh, fuck that! I'm not going to Patterson. You can't just say that.
Bro, it's like the second worst country in the world. Patterson is. It's a town.
She loves it. It's like a lot of Albanians are there. She loves it.
Yeah, I bet.
She's got the she brought home the little souvenir tea towel and all that from oh my god, from Patterson. Got the spoon with Patterson on the thing. The bumper sticker.
Yeah.
I've been to Patterson and survived.
Yeah, I've been to Patterson and survived, right?
Bumper sticker. Visit
I'm
your
not
visiting
even
family
kidding,
friends.
this is like a slum. You go there and it's like going to Zimbabwe. You know, it's like one of them third world countries in America.
I've been to a few, yes.
None of the freaking houses have windows or screen doors. They're all busted out. The
No.
cars parked sideways, missing rims and tires, sitting on blocks. There's fires going. It looks like something out of the apocalypse, like in a movie when you go
Look at
there.
Mad
You know,
Max.
Mad Max, bro. People are standing around the burn barrels and terrible.
Snobby's. All right, here's his two bands. I actually mentioned this band earlier. Madness, which is a ska band, and One Direction is his worst band. They've got a few votes. One Direction has a few votes today.
Well, One Direction's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
I'd have to say my worst band is Cinderella.
Really, the worst? I put them up as one of the good bands in that genre.
You did the hair bands?
Fuck yeah, man! I've listened to this. I just sent that to a friend. That's one of that song. Don't know what you got till it's gone. You ever
Yeah.
heard that one? Cinderella's.
Yep.
You don't know what it's got till it's gone.
That-
And there's
that's
no
a-
hidden
that's a
meanings.
nice song.
There's no
I
hidden
don't know.
meanings in the song. It was just a song. I mean, I wasn't
No,
sending it to someone to
it's a-
say, "Hey,
It's a damn good song.
yeah."
One of my favorites too that I don't know if anybody mentioned was the Sex Pistols
Yeah, Nelly,
like the Sex
thank you for
Pistols?
joining us.
and the
Enjoy your
Ramones.
afternoon tea and scones.
Stay out of Patterson, will you?
Yeah, fucking
Tell
don't
your
go back
family
to
to
Patterson.
move.
Fucking get that. Do a fundraiser on GoFundMe or whatever it's called, and fucking get that family out of Patterson.
Move like to the next town over. It's like a night and day difference.
Thanks for joining, Nelly. Cheers, mate.
We love you, Nelly.
You, Lauren, you just met her. You fucking fall in love easily. Teacup
I
says,
didn't say I was in love with her. I love people
I
that
love-
take time to come to other people's live streams, you know, because people got a lot of busy things going on in their lives. So I appreciate when people come and hang out with us.
Yeah, she's a really nice person too, so that helps. Teacup says, I'm going to go grab some lunch. I will keep listening, guys.
Teacup,
Yeah,
what is you
Teacup.
having for lunch? She's literally going to go grab some lunch.
I know.
Live.
If it was me, I'd be looking at macaroni and cheese. But yeah,
She's Thai. She's from Thailand.
Maybe some macaroni curry or something.
You know what most of them eat? All through Asia, and you won't believe it.
Cats.
Cup of, what do we call it? Cup of, cup of
Oh,
noodles? You know, the things you can just
like
add water?
ramen.
Noodle?
Ramen noodles.
You know, there's things, what are they called? Like the
Yeah, 2-minute
cups?
noodles.
10-minute,
2
you know,
minutes.
you pour the water in there and the big cup.
And you wait for 10 minutes and
Or there's a lady who'll come around, like if you're in the streets, like Vietnam, I've seen it a lot. A lady will come around and she'll already have that sort of like in a big thing made up, and she'll just give it to you.
All my Sky homies, all my new people being outdoors. I love you guys.
Oh, you got your YouTube playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to see something because I put some effects on the video and I don't know how it came out.
Oh,
cool.
Cinderella. You didn't, but they weren't big here. Like you wouldn't. If I walked around the streets and tried to ask somebody if they knew about Cinderella, most people wouldn't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about.
You wouldn't get much response unless they really knew the music scene. If they really knew the music scene, you might get a bit of response.
Yeah.
When I think rock and roll, I think, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue. I think Led Zeppelin.
Ozzy Osbourne's up there for sure. For me.
I think rock stars. I don't think hair bands that sing ballads, Even Poison's kind of cheeky.
Yeah.
How's it? What song did they sing? Every Rose Has Its Thorn. How's that go? Sing that.
I can't think of the intro, but maybe. What's that on? That's a good song, but it's hard to sing. Because these guys have got real distinctive voices. It's hard to it's hard to pull off because people just compare it to the freaking original and go, oh, doesn't go like that. I can't think of the opening words. Every room. Oh, it starts with the the chorus. Just like every night.
Yo, Peeps,
Every
come on my
time.
show. I'll make you famous.
Yeah. What's he having a go at you for? Cheeky bastard. Peeps has gone past that tired mode now, and he's like into the freaking.
I was watching Peeps play that God of War. I was like, he's about to get his ass kicked. I don't even know if he knows it. Peep, did you make it to the part where you got trashed? That whole game, you just get your ass kicked, dude. It's so frustrating. That game was so stressful.
Oh, he didn't say how he was going with it. He didn't like.
It's aggravating, but it's fun. It's one of them games. It's so addicting where you just, you always need something more to beat up the guys, and it's like you're always on this quest to get the stuff to beat up the other guys, and then it's one of them.
Yeah. People take things the wrong way. If she's listening, but
who?
I'm not gonna say who. Just like somebody. Sometimes I'm not gonna go into it, but sometimes somebody sees something and thinks it's something else, and you interpret it differently. Sorry, but I'm trying to be. It's all good. It starts with every rose. Every rule. Yeah, it starts with the chorus first. What's his name said one time, how to write a hit song was what's his name out of Foo Fighters, and he said start with the chorus first. I went, okay.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl said that.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. I love
their songs. I love their songs, but when you watch him live, he just screams every song. And I go, no, just screams them. I'm going, man. The studio stuff I like, but
I like the name too, Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the biography on the dude? His name was Head from Korn.
No.
The guy Head from Korn.
No.
Do you know who Korn is?
Yeah, I know the guy that's a roadie for them. Well, he was. I think he still is. And they're still touring.
I smoked weed with what's his name, Fieldy.
Mm-hmm.
We were at an Ozzy Osbourne concert actually, and Korn was like the undercard, and then there was like another band that was totally trashed. But we were out in a parking lot getting ripped. Right, we came in just in time to see Korn, catching the tail end of that band. And before Korn went up there, not Jonathan Davis or anybody, but that dude Fieldy was like hanging out by the front. Yeah. And we were all smoking, and he came over and smoked with us. We didn't even know who was in the band. I never even knew Korn. I never knew nothing about them. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden the lights went out, bro. And this was in Philadelphia in the Spectrum. They tore the Spectrum down since, but that song came on where all the lights were down. I was like, "Are you ready?" Yo, that fucking place went nuts, bro.
That would have been fantastic to see. That would have been so electric. The atmosphere would have been so electric.
We didn't talk about we didn't talk about the Sex Pistols, and you know what? I got because they were like before me. I wasn't like into that. That punk scene was in like 70s or 77 and 78. So it was like I wasn't part of that. Like I was listening to freaking teeny bopper bands at that age. But later on, they released Malcolm McLaren did the film The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, and Sex Pistols' Great Rock and Roll Swindle. And I found that years later, after it had been released, and I go, oh, what's it? I've heard of them, Sex Pistols. And so I got the album from the movie. And I go, I saw it was a cassette. It was a cassette.
Isn't that how many people find out about certain artists? They hear them on a movie and they go get the soundtrack of that movie.
And me and my mates that were listening, go, listen to these guys, they just swear whenever they like in a song. I'm going, fucking, how cool is this? And so we were just, my mates were getting right into it. And so we were right. I go, fucking who are like sex? What? And then I got the movie and I'm going, but the band? And I had to look it all up. There was no freaking, everything had to fucking, Exploring Ginger, how you going? Nice to see you.
Howdy, Exploring Ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah, mate.
You're gonna have to ask Ginger. You're gonna have to ask Ginger the two questions. What's the best band you remember, or the worst band you remember?
And I still haven't given a definitive answer on either of them.
It's not
How
always easy.
ginger is he though? Is he like Irish, like Ireland ginger? Is he like straight from like? Because he's going to say U2, right? If he's from over there.
Ginger might be where they live. Might be the name of the place, and that's why they explore Ginger.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Hello, Ginger.
It'd be weird if it was his name or their name. That would be weird.
They say gingers are soulless. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Well, my hair's mine's not the color of Bryce. It's like nothing's anything wrong with that. But I'm like a lot lighter. But definitely when I was younger, my hair was like that. But that said, my sister's got blonde hair. It's like a mixture. My younger sister is a reddish tinge to it. She's like a strawberry blonde, if you know what I mean. That's still a word.
I've got mum's side of the family to thank for my hair colour. Because
I always thought, okay, I thought our heritage was from, like, if that's the case, we must be from.
Yo, peeps, that's what she said.
Yeah, I thought we were from somewhere like Ireland or Scotland, the way we looked as a family. And then my sister did the heritage thing, and she was tracing her grandfathers and all that sort of shit. And we're actually Norwegian. I'm fucking Viking. Go figure. It's like that's the major percentage of all our heritage. Amazing. Riveting.
So your ancestors got captured by Britain, right, and thrown into Australia?
No, we didn't come from convict background. Less than 2% did. Actually. People did actually come here to start a new country. They didn't all get forced here. Not everyone got forced.
If you can believe it.
Less than 2%. I'm sticking to it.
It's a crazy. like, I can't even understand why they sent POMEs there anyhow.
Have another sip of crick water, Bryce.
Yeah, crick water, all right. It's got coffee in it. It tastes like that because it's so damn weak. But no, it's still coffee. So I filled it up about 3 times already.
Do you drink a lot of coffee, yeah?
Yeah, a fair amount. Not as much as I used to.
I used to have one coffee, like at the football, and like in the morning. It's like about 10 in the morning, and I have one. By about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm still like high. I'm like a freaking mess. Like I'm fucking uppity. And they go,
yes.
Yo, again, peeps, that's what she said.
After I started, yeah.
They're like, freaking, what's the matter with you? It's like you're on freaking amphetamines. It's like I'm going, fucking, like one coffee. Like, what's wrong with him? I go, I had one coffee. It's like, that's why I don't drink Coca-Cola and, you know, it's got caffeine in it. I'm just like, I don't know.
But Coca-Cola's got a shite ton more sugar than what coffee has.
True.
Bro, I did crystal meth one time, and I didn't stop for 6 months.
It's like, I'm still high. Yeah, I won't talk about things I used to. Karen says Norwegians definitely rock. I'm definitely Norwegian. Okay.
Norwegian.
Norwegian?
That's what I am. That's what I am. The Vikings.
The Vikings.
I think they came from there.
We've got Vikingville over here in New Zealand. Danny Burke. That's Vikingville. Well, it's called that because the name lends itself to the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Mm. In fact, one of my road trips I've got planned goes through. Yeah, it kind of goes through, but bypasses the main centre of Dannevirke at the same time. So yeah.
Okay. So you know how the world's flat, right? So there's nothing east. New Zealand's the last country east, isn't it?
As far as I'm aware, if you look at it on the map, when it's flat, yes.
Because the world's flat. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
that. That's been proven, I think.
Well, there's still a little bit of Europe that hangs round up on the northern side of it, but yeah,
Oh,
on the
yeah?
southern New Zealand's the last one.
My mate was saying one time, he goes, "Fucking these people that believe the Earth's flat, what's all that about?" And I said, "Well, they might have a point. Okay, if it's round, so if you're flying in a plane,
Have you ever seen a round map?
hang on, if you're flying
A
in a
round map
plane,
with all the streets on it? I have.
and if you're flying in a plane, right, and if you fly straight and the world's round, don't you then just fly into space?
Mm,
If you fly
that's
straight,
crazy.
you have to, right? So
Yeah, and
I'm-
planes pretty much get to the upper atmosphere quite regularly with their flights,
Right,
especially
so think-
international.
So once you're up at 30,000 feet, right, and if you're flying in a straight line, you don't just then go around. You don't go around in a circle. You can't go around the Earth. You'd fly straight out into space eventually when you got far enough. So and the bloke goes, the guy goes to answer my question. He goes, "Because you're a fucking idiot. Because when they fly the plane, they actually allow for that, so they can fly." He goes, I'm thinking I've come across something major, groundbreaking. And you were a fucking idiot.
Oh,
But I didn't say I was the fucking
That-
smartest
that-
guy in the
that's-
world, mate.
that's cool. That is so cool. the casual response. No,
Mhm.
I just think you're a fucking idiot, mate.
Yep, that's what he said.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, so it is like I was saying. You weren't here earlier, and I was saying it's an early stream for me. People go, "What are you doing on now?" It's like,
What time did you start?
one, that was the plan, but somebody
Oh,
couldn't
eh?
join. Somebody couldn't join, so then I had to go alone. But
That's a little bit earlier for you.
so
Usually you're somewhere between
5ish,
4 and
6:30,
Yeah.
about 6 o'clock on average. So
yeah, about 6 o'clock. You usually kick it in and go through till about midnight or something over yours time.
yeah,
Because I know it's usually between 1 and 2 in the morning when you jump off on my side. So yeah.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Oh, but then again, some of those after stream talks, like I said, I was up. I was up to 4:30 in the morning.
Talks, they're the best. They are.
What we used to call them back in the day, we used to call them after stream parties. So when you finish the stream, everyone sort of stays on in the video thing and talk.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that's gone down there has been amazing. But we still got 9 people watching. Thanks to the guys for still watching, because we got down to like 6 and we go, oh, I might stop. Sort of wore out this. We sort of wore out this topic.
Yeah. No. I look back before I was born to the 70s, 60s, 70s era for a lot of my best music. So Beatles, Eagles, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, a lot of the modern stuff nowadays is just what the heck's that? Is that even music? It's sound, but I don't know if it is music. So, yeah.
Oh, trying to explain things is fucking always hard. Sorry, I'm doing something at the same time. Send a link. Send a link. Come up if okay. No, Bamboo, you're fucking not welcome here, man. Come on, bro. Come on, come
As per usual.
on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Come up on the stream, bro.
Come at me. Come
Come
at
on,
me.
bro.
Come
Let's
at me.
go,
Come at me.
bro.
Come at me.
Bamboo's coming. Bamboo's coming.
That's what she said.
Price, what else do you put in your coffee? You sound so relaxed. You've been putting a bit of mum's whiskey in there, have you?
Yo, when you get your water straight from the creek, you don't need to put nothing in it, bro. It comes fully loaded.
Yeah.
No, just
I've got my water next to me.
but
That's
but
same. I just drink water all
little
day.
little bit of crappy Nescafe coffee and hot water.
That's why people say, fucking Aussie, you're a fucking idiot. You go, do you drink? You drink when you come on all these streams. I said, no, it's like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, I don't sit home and drink all day and night.
Also, you only get one life, dude. You can do whatever you want with it. Honestly, you know.
No, people
Yeah.
just wondering. I said, no, I'm just fucking mad all the time. Sabaton Liam.
Stop taking
Sabaton.
Ahoy!
Sabaton
Oh.
Liam. G'day, mate. How are you? Liam is a fantastic name. That's Irish name originally, isn't it?
Oi,
I love
oi,
that
oi.
Liam Gallagher.
Do you
Always-
notice? Don't come in here on no bull crap, Liam. We love you all the same. Just be fun and chill out.
We've got plenty of moderators who jump on you if you want to play up, and a host who will probably like to have a little rub with you as well.
Oh yeah.
Does that water
Come
have
on up, Liam.
fluoride? No, I
Join the panel, Liam.
Oh,
This
Bamboo's
water
here.
is you.
Bamboo is in the house. G'day, mate.
Hey, good day, guys. How's it going?
Hey, g'day,
What's up,
Bamboo.
Ozzy, Enlightened, Bryce, everybody in chat?
Bamboo.
Talking about music,
Yeah.
I definitely have different tastes, but it's good to hear what you guys are talking about in terms of the bands that come to your mind.
Yeah.
So just listening in. Glad to join.
Thank you, mate. It's always good to have you.
Appreciate it.
Yo, I was in Mike Morales tonight. I didn't see you there. They said you was on D Live getting naked. What's up with that?
You came into Mike Morales, bro. Yeah, actually, I haven't been in that chat in like a week or so, man. It's just like I don't know. It's hard to keep up with all of that sometimes, and so many other channels and streams that I have loyalty to as well. So it's like try to balance it out, but I'm usually always listening in.
It's hard to keep up sometimes. I think because now I know more people, and sometimes you feel obligated. But I just try and drop in for maybe 10 minutes of each one. But some they just get me, and they get sucked in, and they say, "Come up on the panel," and I go, "I'll just come up for like 10, 15 minutes." And on Beer Man's one, I think I was there for fucking 3 hours, and like these guys get you drunk without even having a beer. It's like it's drunk on what's
when
going
were you
on.
on Beer Man's panel?
Yeah, I was on Beer Man's panel last
How
night.
long ago? Oh, last night. Damn,
Last
I missed
night,
it.
yeah.
Because I go on this panel sometimes, and it's
Oh, Nikki's. I was going to say Nikki Six. Nikki Pink was on there as well, coincidentally.
no, he's a great guy. It's fun to go up on his panel, and Leiden's panel, man. Whenever he's having a panel, that's always a blessing, and it's hard to keep track of everything, like you said. Like I said,
Yeah.
It is, dude. Especially when Squash is live, Premier's live, Finley's live, Aussie's live,
All
Road
at
Trip
the
Eddie's
same
live. Who the
time.
fuck? Who do you pick? You know what I mean?
It's a coin
You can
toss.
kind of
You
double
pick the
do
top
it.
two, coin toss, and then you put the winner up against the next one, and you eventually find the one that you should go support.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I-
you can really try to like fake it a little bit and like be following like 2 or 3 streams at the same time and entering chat and all that, but you're not going to be able to like hear everything. But it's good to be able to at least.
You just want to try and hear 3 or 4 streams going at once. It's like
I do
who's
that
saying
all
what
the
now?
time. And it's like I feel like I'm getting a little bit of everything, but it's not easy. So I feel bad. I miss a lot of people's stuff.
Catch you, Liam.
See you,
Enjoy
Liam.
the
Nice
party,
of you to
mate.
jump in, mate.
Enjoy the party, mate.
Party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
Yeah, buying water gets expensive, Karen.
Yeah.
What's up, Karen?
Gets very expensive.
Sabaton, Liam.
Even if you're looking at the
Peeps.
the bottles that cost under $1. It's expensive.
In Thailand, in Asia, because the water's you can't drink from the tap or you get sick. Bottles of water in 7-Eleven they're like 20 cents. It's like really cheap. But
Yeah.
here it's like I could pay
And-
I could pay $3.50 for a bottle of water in a service station. shop,
And you
yeah.
buy 24 bottles at a time,
Yeah.
or something,
And
and
then
then add up the price of water after your holiday. You'll
Mhm.
probably see you spend a lot of change on buying water.
Yeah.
So, and that could have been an extra souvenir you could have bought or something, whereas you spent it on water to survive.
So down where you guys are at, what is it like? Almost noontime, or no, not
No,
not-
I've got
so
10,
morning?
10 minutes past 6 p.m.
Oh, it's
and-
6 p.m. Damn.
Yeah, roll back a couple of hours, you should have about Aussie Outlaw time.
Wait, so
No.
Austin, what time is it for
Well,
you? You said it was like
What's
morning.
that? Just after 4 p.m.
Me? 4:09. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, never been down under. Someday.
You're going to have to come down under someday, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's,
I'm going to have to go up north someday.
yeah, you guys ever Aussie or Brest? You guys never been to North America?
I ain't left New Zealand, unfortunately, mate.
Well, I was planning next year, but I don't know what's happening yet. I do know what's happening. It's probably not happening. Well, it's not going to happen. So I just answered my own fucking question. So anyway, fuck. Oh no, I've got too much to see over this side. I might go somewhere else over that way, but at the moment, I'm just traveling around Asia.
Oh,
and
that's not cool, Karen. That's not cool.
probably, I was thinking Japan. My son's going to Japan in 2 months. I was thinking Japan maybe next year as well, but I don't know. It's too much to see. And then if I go to same thing with North America is so fucking big. Like you can't just go there once. It's like you never see
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. You've got to do multiple trips. I mean,
Yeah.
at least a couple of months in every state, so you get to see stuff.
Even me, man. I mean, I've been all over the United States. Had a great taste of a lot of places, especially along the East Coast. I'm from California. Been to many states.
Looks like we've got ourselves a tour guide here.
But there's still a lot
Molly?
of places I haven't been though. There's like a lot of the Midwest and places like Montana, Michigan, a lot of the deep South like Mississippi, New Orleans,
Oh,
places like that. Just haven't been.
yeah.
That's huge. And Southwest too, like Arizona, New Mexico.
Well, we were just talking before, and I haven't been where Drone Kings from Darwin was in here earlier, and I've never been. He lives in Darwin, as far north Australia, and I haven't been there, and I haven't been to a beautiful place in Queensland called Cairns, Cairns, and it's freaking amazing up there, and I just never gone there. Yet I go overseas and fly on a plane for 6 hours.
TD is nice.
Flying a plane for 6 hours and go somewhere else out of my country. But I think because I don't want to travel in my country anymore just to meet more Australians. I like going overseas and meeting people from different cultures and learning about their culture and stuff. I find that more interesting, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Pip says, "Come to Texas, mate. We'll have a good time." Oh, fucking! I wouldn't be able to keep up drinking beer. I thought I could drink beer till you guys would kill me.
Well, Texas, that's where it's at.
Well, if you go there, you guys got to do like a Three Amigos or, Peeps, Finley, and Aussie.
Well, we did talk about that, but they were going to come somewhere. This place I was going to go to, we briefly talked about it, and they were going to come there. But yeah, whatever. I think I fucked all that up. So yeah, anyway, that's what's that song? You can't always get what you want.
Yeah.
You can
It's
try
fun.
sometimes, but you might just find.
I kind of grew up on the Beatles a little bit, but I kind of look at them now in a little bit different sight because I realize how much of that was kind of manipulated. and put onto the scene. Even though they're still a great band, and there's a lot of myths about the Beatles that we might not be able to figure out. But
Yeah.
but there was one song that like I really love more and more. It's damn it, Don't Let Me Down. Yeah.
Yep. Don't
Man,
let
I
me
love-
down.
It's kind of like at that stage where they're like kind of like way at the end of it, you know, and like
Yeah, that's
but
the,
they
I think
came
that's the
together
last
for some
album.
stuff, and
Let
man.
It Be album, 1970. There's the last album, I think.
that's one of my favorite Beatles songs, man. Don't Let Me Down.
Mhm. Oh, did he leave? That I didn't know that guy. I hadn't met him before. So
Uh,
in there.
Liam
Liam
left, went to go party. He was
party
off
at
to,
4 o'clock.
he was off to Melbourne to go party.
Oh, you should freaking pick me up then.
Nice.
I-
It's Friday, right over
I
there.
have met Liam before. That's right. I know who he is.
It's still Thursday for me.
Yes, it is Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, and I'm busy all damn day tomorrow, so that sucks. But at least it's another cash injection during the week.
So
And
he was
hope
going
that-
into Melbourne. He could be coming freaking down past my way. I could have just jumped in the shower and went and hang out with Liam. Now he fucking tells me it's Friday night. I could have been ready in freaking 10 minutes.
That would have been cool. No, I hope to have a different computer desk next
Oh,
time I'm
Going
live.
shopping at freaking what do you call it?
We are
IKEA, are we?
stationary, mate. We are
IKEA.
stationary. We are stationary.
Don't you like IKEA? What's wrong with IKEA? They're a Swedish
Don't
company.
have an IKEA. Don't have IKEA next to me
Oh,
or in this area.
I'm sorry.
Closest we've got to anything big like that is Kmart, and they don't carry a lot of decent stuff. It's
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Peep says
I can get the same quality stuff going to somewhere close to me. So yeah.
Peep says we can go shoot some guns. Peeps, can we shoot road signs? I just want to shoot fucking road signs. I don't want to
It's
shoot
not
animals.
just road signs I want to shoot.
I don't want to shoot things. I don't want to shoot
I know. I feel bad, man, shooting animals. to be
animals.
honest,
I don't want
but
to shoot animals, but I want to
If I
shoot
had to, I
bloody
would.
roads. I want to shoot road signs and shit. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Bang! Stop sign. Bang! I
Just,
fired.
just see what angle you have to fire at it before it glances and bounces back to you like the boomerang.
In I went to the. I don't know if anyone knows about anything about Vietnam. I went to the Cu Chi tunnels in Vietnam. It's like the tunnel system that they created to fight with. And it's like obviously all underground and shit like that. And you can go there. There's sort of parts of it still left there. It's a tourist attraction sort of thing, and you can go. Then you can go down later when the tour's finished. There's a rifle range, and you can. I don't know if I told this story before, but you can shoot any gun you want. And it's cost $3 a fucking bullet, believe it or not. So I'll give me 10 bullets, fuck it. And I've got, like I didn't get a machine gun, but I got a semi-automatic M1 Garand. Garand. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So it's like, mate, rifle, obviously. And wow, I don't believe how loud those guns were. How do you fight in a war with everyone shooting? You're like, I can't hear a thing, guys. Shut up. It was loud, man. And I'm like, bang, bang. And I didn't even realize how good a shot I was. I'm actually quite good. Hit the man who was trying to pick up. I think he was a gardener, but he's all right though. The lady said he's fine. He gets shot quite often in the leg and shit. I said I wasn't aiming for his leg.
I guess gardening can be dangerous sometimes.
I think he'll get looked after with
Jesus
workers.
Christ.
Yeah, he'll have workers insurance or something. She said. So I didn't feel concerned after that. I went, oh well, fuck him. Shouldn't have been over there in the target range.
Can't remember who it was, but someone just recently posted a video of pruning back some trees with a shotgun on their channel. It's like no one else was around for miles, and yeah, he only used half a dozen shells in the process of knocking some of these branches off, so his vehicle could get underneath without pinstriping the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Easier than getting out the damn chainsaw and trying to start that beast.
Oh my God! You know, I used to have a place up on. You probably don't. Oh, you wouldn't know, Bryce. It's the Murray River here, and so I have a cabin there.
Yeah,
It's
I've,
biggest-
I've heard of Murray River.
It's the biggest river in Australia. And like we go up there, water skiing and shit like that, and the son's motorbike riding and shit. So we had a place up there, and because you have outdoor fires all around, there's friends and people that live up there as well, and so we'd go out getting firewood, and the guys that have been drinking with chainsaws, it's a fucking bad thing. I'm telling you,
Oh,
those chainsaws, they
I
lock
can't
up.
believe it.
They lock up like
Oh, yeah.
and they go blunt really easy. And the things, mate, I hadn't seen massive injuries, but it's some fucking big cuts. I'm going, guys.
Oh, you get someone with a chainsaw who's at least inebriated, and they get a kickback. They don't release the trigger. The thing kicks back right out of the cut.
That's
straight
what it
into
does.
their head. Straight
I
into
didn't
their
do it in his head, but yeah, like the guy got his arm.
But yeah,
And they're saying, "Oh, here we'll show you how to." I'm going, I'm not going to do that. I'm fucking drinking, and I'm going to be like handling a fucking chainsaw, and you're cutting these massive logs. Okay, that's just waiting for something.
I'm drinking, but I'm not a bloody idiot.
I said, I'll just drive you there, guys, and I'll carry all the logs. I'll carry all the logs and throw them in the trailer and shit like that. I go, and because they've done it for so long, they think they're oblivious to ever getting hurt. And you see this guy, I worked over, he goes, fucking like, and I go there and think, oh, what's he done? And I look at his arm and I go, oh, he goes, that'll be right. I go, mate, that's not going to be right. Okay, you're going to the hospital, dude. He goes, look at that. I've had worse. I'm going, that's going to need like about 20 stitches, you idiot. And it's like, it wasn't just like
now you know where the you now know where the Shelby Wright movement started, don't you?
But it's not even like a knife cut. It's like not like a clean cut. It's just fucking mangled.
Yeah, it's mangled, and it's a lot deeper than a knife cut.
Sorry if anyone's not into like blood and stuff like that, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I just happen to know a little bit on the chainsaw side. My brother went through chainsaw school, and he had a still 460 or 480 hanging around the house for a fair bit, and I used it a few times. And if I wasn't careful, that thing would catch on a knot, and it would just spit the damn thing out.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, people said we can go shooting signs. We can go shooting road signs. So
yep, why not?
That.
I mean, I could. If my brother hasn't sold it, I could borrow his air rifle.
I told peeps that earlier. I've nearly finished Finley River Kennels T-shirt. That I'm sending him an Aussie Outlaw T-shirt to him, and I'm sending him a few other things that I've purchased. And one of them's Vegemite.
Yep.
So sending him some Vegemite, and I got some other just Aussie sort of shit. Others, not me. I mean, like Australians.
And any instruction to go with the Vegemite or the Marmite?
Yeah, I always send
use it like a spread. You don't put very much on the blinking thing.
I sent a friend's son a package. I sent a friend's son a package. Well, it arrived this week. I sent it 2 weeks ago, and I did the same. I just put a note in there. I just put a note in there saying, just how to use the Vegemite and stuff like that. You're back, Bamboo. Sorry, mate. I didn't see.
No, it's all good. Sorry, it just said my StreamYard cut out, so I guess it had a glitch. Something like that.
Oh well. At least you're back now.
But listening in, good to hear you guys chatting about.
Yeah, you gotta love it when it turns around and it freezes up on someone. I had Zoom do that to me recently. I was trying to join Premiere's panel, and 2 times it froze up on me, and the second time was to the point where the whole computer stopped working apart from Zoom. And I went, stuff this. I gave them warning. I'm going to hit the restart button on my computer. I'm going to disappear. I will be back. And 3rd time was the charm.
It worked the charm?
After a storm, it worked. Okay. And it didn't stop working until
sometimes that's what it takes.
Some early hour of the morning when I eventually stopped it.
I don't know. This PC I'm on now, it's fucking. This is a full-on gaming PC. It's like just one of the best graphics cards. No,
Just tell me it's not Alienware.
I put mine together. Like, well, I don't literally put it together myself. What I do is pick out all the parts. I go to there's a discount, like you can just buy parts at the place. That's all they are, parts suppliers.
Yeah.
And I just go there. I go, I want this within a budget. You know, with anything you work to a budget. I don't buy the best you can get, and just put it together, and that's the PC. And then I just go to another place, take all the parts, and I say, "Here, put this together." And then that way, if they fry anything, I don't pay.
It's on
like
them.
it's there. Yeah,
It's on
because
them.
like I've had PCs, like I've got three now, three sitting in this room right with me now, and I've done the same thing ever since. So
Yeah, they
even
all
though it's
workers?
plug and play. Yeah.
Are they all workers?
Yeah, one's in my
Right.
cockpit, my racing cockpit.
Yep.
On the other one now, this is I'd call this my working PC, and the one I'm streaming from is the gaming PC. So
Nice.
I've got a video on my channel just showing you my games room. So with all the shit I've got in it,
Yeah.
all the shit I don't use anymore.
I need to seriously upgrade my PC. I mean, I've recently boosted it to 8 gigs of RAM,
Mm,
so it's got a little bit more memory lead, but
mm.
it's at that stage where I'm kind of wanting a GPU to help render some of these videos out, even though I'm not putting them out at very high
RAM is key. Yeah.
bit rates or anything like that. So yeah.
Peep says, "Don't forget the Vajaja chips." What are they? What are they? What are they?
Heaps. Jeez.
I don't know what they are. Sometimes I don't know what these guys even fucking talk about. It's like people say things, and I think I understand. I'm going, I don't know what you even say. There's a language
No,
barrier.
man. Yep.
Vajaja could be a bit of a
For JJ,
slang
giner?
word.
A giner.
Yeah.
Chips? You have chips that taste like vagina? That's bullshit. It's a full of shit. It's a bullshitting. No way you can't even have pornography. You can't even like topless women on your television. I'm sure they don't do that.
I can only imagine how many complaints that would get if it was in an ad.
We have full frontal nudity on our television here after 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Men and
but-
women. Men and women.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me at all. There's a lot of ass out there for the TV.
I don't watch it. I don't watch TV very often. It's like, wouldn't
No.
be once a week. It wouldn't be once a week. Just too busy.
The most I turn the TV on for is the 6 o'clock news, and that's it.
I don't watch news, and I stopped getting the newspaper about 6 months ago.
even?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch. I don't.
Me too.
I don't know what's going on in the world unless these people, if somebody says what's going on, I know. That's call me ignorant. Call me ignorant, but
The only time I don't watch the
I
news
seek out my
is either
own
when
news.
I'm too tired or I'm busy like this.
mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'd have the news up.
Yeah. Oh, that water's fucking cold. Oh,
That's the best water when it's cold.
Ozzy, that took a while to see that. Oh, about the Vajaja chip. Oh, I was doing something else. I'm like,
Giner.
Yeah. I thought it was that. That's why I was laughing.
I don't think it's that.
John.
Oh, that's what you told Jeffro that your son showed you. No, that's not. No,
Nah.
it's not what I said. That's why I'm confused. You'd have to explain the whole conversation, then you'd have to type for fucking an hour. I can't remember that.
Mm. It's just trying to remember a conversation sometimes is a bit difficult.
Oh, especially if you had like, depends how many live streams I've been on.
Mm. Also depends how long it's been since that conversation.
And sometimes you run out of lines, and you're like, oh, I haven't got a line for this.
If that conversation happened on Monday, I might remember it if it was around something very
Oh,
memory triggering. Otherwise, I'll be looking at people blank, like, what the heck?
I
didn't
did
say
this.
that.
Somebody said something in this live stream the other day, and I was just in the chat, and I've given this grouse line, this little story thing. It was one of the best ever, and there's no one even in there to watch it, and only one person in their panel even looked at it. I'm going, fuck, this is my best material.
Wow, what was it? I
Okay.
missed it. Dang.
Drop the link so I can read it to you.
And I go, oh, I've got to leave. I'm giving you my best material. And no one even fucking keeps watching it. I went, fuck. I'm out of here. What time is it? Am I allowed to have a beer yet? What the fuck? It's just 4:30 now.
Yeah, can you guys start drinking beers at like what, 6 a.m.? Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, fuck, not me. Never. I'm like,
me neither.
it's Friday night, so I'll have about 5 o'clock. I'll have a beer. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't drink spirits or anything like that anymore. I used to years ago. Just messes you up. Fuck.
Yeah, not too much. I mean, just a few beers for me. That I'm good.
Maybe from overseas, I have vodka or
On occasion too. Yeah.
yeah, I drink margarita. I love the margaritas. That's why I wouldn't mind going to Mexico. Just to
Oh,
drink
man.
proper margaritas.
Man, I need to go down to Mexico. It's been a while. I only went there once, and that was a long time ago. But I want to.
What's
go
the
back.
major beach resorts in Mexico? Because I'm sure there's heaps of surfing there, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot like what, Puerto Vallarta or
That's it, Puerto Vallarta. Yeah,
yeah.
because the Love Boat used
That's
to always go there.
I've never been there, but yeah, I definitely would love to get down there.
See, most of the places I like to go to are coastal. I don't like inland.
I like the water. Yeah, I like the beaches.
Yeah.
Caribbean, man.
Yeah, well, that's close for you, the Caribbean. Peeps.
Yeah, kind of
Alright,
close.
you
It's
hear
still
me?
far.
Oh no
Peter
way!
Peter
Pip-
Peeps picked a peck of pickled peppers.
All right, I'm gonna
Pippi's
read the
in
media
here.
real quick. So
Oh, Peeps is up, man. What's up?
Yeah, we got him out.
Howdy,
Of here. Tell
Peeps.
me the story.
Peeps.
He's going to
What's
tell
up,
the
Bryce?
story about the. I didn't
I'm
know that
all
was my
ears.
story.
what's
The
going
Jar
on,
Jar
Bryce?
chips.
What's
Johnner.
up, Bamboo? I don't know if Enlighten's there because if he's blocked behind that.
No,
Okay,
it's
that.
not.
All right, and then what's up, Aussie?
Hey, mate.
All right,
What's up, Peeps?
what's going on, man? How you doing, Bamboo?
Not
I
bad.
was laughing my ass off when you wrote this in Jeff Rose.
Bro, what?
Okay, listen. This is what he wrote. He wrote, Jeff wrote, world first, son just came in with vagina flavored chips. To me, they tasted like calamari, but delicious. All the same. Shall I send you a pack with your shirt and Vegemite?
But I didn't know.
Ah,
And then he
But-
says on the packet, it says, get some.
Did my mic cut out?
Peeps.
The
We can
packet
hear you.
said.
Maybe Peeps might cut out.
Oh, 'cause I
Hey?
can't remember what I said. I can't finish it because I can't remember saying I said it.
Peeps, I think he might have cut out on accident.
Oh, shit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Oh, man. It's because I'm like trying to flip back and forth. Oh,
Mhm.
that's why I hate being on the phone with one of these.
Yeah.
Because you go into your YouTube and then it starts cutting out. But oh my god, dude, I was laughing my ass off.
I was
The
having a good
Empire-
night that night.
Did you guys hear the whole first part of it?
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
the end part, I can't remember it.
Yeah, I did. I can't remember.
Okay, let me see if it
Sorry.
man. All right, can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna trying to find it. All
Uh,
right,
he's,
so
they're
Jeffro,
scrolling back to the chat.
he says, Jeffro, world first. My son just came home with vagina flavored chips. To me, they tasted more like calamari, but delicious at the same. Shall I send you a pack with your shirt and Vegemite? And then he goes on to say, oh shit, where'd it go? Oh damn, I keep losing it. He goes, get some vagina on your lips. That's what the packet says.
Yeah, that's right. Now I remember.
Who wrote that?
Aussie did.
I did when we were in Jeff Finley.
And Finley, yeah, and Finley's
yeah,
live.
nice.
I started laughing.
Words of wisdom.
I don't
Words
even
of
think
wisdom.
he caught it. I don't think he
Did-
caught it because that I don't know, that day everybody was acting really goofy. He was being goofy and he was like showing all his farm animals.
Yeah.
No, so I don't think he caught it. I don't even think to this day because when I went out with them, I think I
No one
can't
ever
remember
seen it.
when I went out.
No one ever seen it. That's the thing. If you do a
No.
line and they miss it, it's like you wasted that. You wasted that line. I can't never use that line again. So
Dude, I laughed
unless
my
they
ass off.
unless they know to watch it back or scroll up the chair.
Oh my god, I was laughing my ass off, man. I even started saying to you, I'm like, "Oh my god, Aussie," and you're like, and then you're like, "Pete, you caught that?" I'm like, I catch everything.
No one. Yeah.
It's pretty hard not
I'm
to
like-
catch everything.
I'm like, Finley, how
Yeah.
about you? And he didn't even catch that either. So he's like, what? But yeah, I think he was like too busy showing his animals though. But he oh my god, I was like, oh my god, I just screenshotted it right now. I'm like, man, I gotta keep that. I'm gonna show it to Finley. I'm gonna be like, hey Finley, what do you think? Can you answer that? No, he'd probably be like, yeah, sure, I'll take some. Oh my god, man, that was freaking hilarious, dude.
It's
Like when
funny.
you're overseas and you go to a store, like and say you want to get a packet of chips or something, you're looking, what flavour is it? And it's like there's no English writing on it. And you go and you grab something, you go, well there you go, that'll have to be it. And it's like seaweed flavoured potato chips, and you're like, oh god, it's true. I'm not even joking. It's like, and you
It tastes
go,
like
well, it
dog
looked
or
good on the packet.
cat.
So I think that's where I was coming from.
Yeah,
Seaweed
But when you wrote
That's
veg,
bad.
flavour tastes like air.
but when you said veg, I go, what? I don't remember saying anything like that. But
no,
Now I get
Vegemite.
it.
You said, yeah, you said, oh, vajayjay. I tried saying vajayjay, and I'm like, should I just type vajayjay or vajay? I'm like,
Yeah.
I was gonna type out vagina. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna type vagina. I'm just gonna type
Yeah,
vajayjay.
no, YouTube blocks a lot of words automatically.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I just don't think it's, I don't know who's gonna get offended, who's not gonna like that. I mean, so I'd rather just,
Yeah, but
Yeah, exactly.
the full
Sorry,
name,
the dogs are
the
barking.
full name
killer
for
dogs are out.
Yeah.
shouldn't be a huge problem.
No, not at all.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. You don't know who's gonna get offended, or who's gonna
Yeah.
say
Exactly.
something. and be like,
Well,
Everybody's so sensitive
well,
nowadays,
in
man.
the stream, we'll let Aussie deal with them if they do get offended with it.
well,
Because this is
Oh, really?
basically anything goes.
Well,
isn't
actually, they put it. Well, in type you can't because actually YouTube's bringing a new thing where you can press the button and they automatically censor it for you, or
Well,
you can,
yeah,
do,
that's
or you
been
can do it
happening.
yourself, or you can do it yourself. And if something goes through, and if you're monetized, that could affect your monetization. So
Yeah, but
Yeah, because I was
Not-
trying to type in like,
not
hey
being-
guys, did you
not
see
being
Monkey Boy?
monetized or anything like that is the thumbs up on that one.
And Bamboo.
It doesn't affect you then.
yeah, try it.
But I was trying to say, hey guys, did you see Bamboo's avatar? It's Monkey Boy, and they wouldn't even let me type Monkey Boy.
It's not the monkey boy. My name is Billy Jim Conroy. I'm a baby orangutan cowboy. Okay, Billy Jim. I'm a orangutan. That's not a monkey.
Oh man, well, that's either way.
If I owned a monkey, you'd have to dress it like a person and make
Do you
some
know,
cars.
in fact, a monkey is not an ape, and the ape is orangutan, gorilla, chimpanzee,
Primates.
bonobo. Those are not monkeys.
Well, it's
What
still
What are
fun.
they?
They're cousins.
They're apes.
They're
Ah,
cousins.
The primates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still
Monkey.
part of primates family.
But they still look like monkeys, and that's fine. It's the same category in my book too.
Okay, all right. Sorry, Don.
For the
I didn't mean
record,
to keep you all on
orangutan, Billy Jim Conroy.
I'll call you Bambi orangutan, Bambi
Yeah.
Orang.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bambi
Whatever.
orang.
Or you can just say Giner too.
Oh my god, dude, I can't
Yeah.
stop cracking up, man.
I'm sorry, man. Hopefully your back's feeling okay.
Yeah.
It's feeling a little better today. It's just the one shot that I got I got like 6 shots total, but like the bottom 2, he when he went to go all the way into the disc and where he
Oh,
puts the needle in, I don't know what the hell he hit. He hit a nerve that goes down my leg.
Man.
He had to pull it out again and then reposition it so that he can be on the nerve by the disc instead of the one that goes down your leg.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
Yeah, so then they burned off those nerves that go around my discs so it doesn't keep bothering me. It's either that or surgery, and I'm not doing surgery. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that no more. No way. I've had 6 surgeries, man. There's no reason to keep getting them.
Jesus. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's obviously not really much help. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
if they were paying me to get them, then I'd be like, sure, I'll take another one, But no. Mm-mm.
But does each surgery limit your flexibility in your back, or?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Like my lower back fusion did.
Mhm.
I lost like 6 degrees. I used to be able to touch my toes, but now I can't even touch my toes. I can't do that.
Damn.
Mm.
So yeah, and then if I did get the fusion above that, which then it would limit me even more to like, I would literally have to like squat down and grab everything, whether
Did
it
you
was
did you break your back?
I just like my lower discs, like right above your tailbone, you have like
C4,
two,
C5?
I believe so. I think one is S1 and something like that. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
And but they're right above your tailbone. And like I've gotten in car accidents, motorcycle accidents, just doing stupid shit like with bicycles and everything when I was young.
Mhm.
And one day I knew it was getting to the point where it was bothering me like so bad, and then I would end up having to stay home from work because I couldn't really walk around and move around until all the swelling went down. And so finally one day I just woke up, I couldn't get out of bed.
Mhm.
And Bryce, are you eating chips again?
No.
Oh, it looked like you opened a bag of chips or something.
Velcro? Anybody? Maybe.
But
Doesn't mean.
oh shit, what the hell is that? You're
It's just a little bit of a support. I was helping my brother with his car, and he had a
oh
mallet,
I
and he was
Hey,
trying to
what'd you
knock
do?
I
something.
didn't want to know
He
what
was trying to
happened.
knock something loose, and it came down on my wrist.
Oh, damn.
So yeah,
Oh,
That's
what
harsh.
Jack's. That's what stands are for, mate.
I
no,
thought,
it was up on stands, mate. It was on stands
so why
Oh,
were you
really?
putting your hand underneath the stand?
underneath the mallet. Was
The man
he was trying to loosen a tie rod end in the rudimentary way. So
Mm-hmm.
So he's virtually
Wow,
pulled it
that's
off the stand, trying to get it.
yeah, but it sounds like
no, had my hand on holding the pole that he was trying to knock with the sledgehammer, and it missed. That glanced off the pole and right down on my wrist. So
damn,
I've
man.
got a bit of
Okay,
a
well,
bruise,
Jesus.
Man, you're lucky.
Yeah, you
just a
are.
little bit of a bruising.
That's
It
all
was a
right.
flesh wound.
Yeah, walk it off, man.
Yeah.
Walk it off.
Shake it off, baby. You'll be all right.
Yep. You'll be all right.
It's not even that swollen now. It's just
It's not
a little
real.
bit
The pain is
sore.
not real. You're fine.
Oh,
Just a
this
little
just
bit
happened
sore.
recently? This-
Yep, this afternoon. Literally this afternoon.
Damn, that
Oh,
sucks. Well, it's not
so
broken
it's
though,
still
so
tell then, right?
Not broken. I can still use it. So
yeah,
Oh,
it's
well,
not, it
good,
looks
man.
like you can move it around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on then.
Yeah, if you
So
chopped it off, it seems fine.
We'll give you a band-aid. You'll be okay.
I'm just
Get that
kidding.
simple.
hey,
I'm
Karen's
just messing with
saying,
you, not Bamboo, Bryce. I'm just kidding with you.
Yeah, Bryce, we're
Yeah.
just kidding, man.
I,
That's,
I, I know.
Okay, all right. So, anyways, well, we were talking about me. So,
There's Karen's saying Germany has surgery for backs to replace the vertebrae. So
what?
I don't know if you know, but Karen's just put in the chat. Peeps,
can't-
Germany has surgery for backs to replace your vertebrae.
wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I live in the States, live in Texas. I don't know if I could cost a shit
Yeah,
of money.
Wow, that's
Her,
crazy.
apparently her daughter's friend was bedridden after the surgery and healing. She can do anything now.
Oh
It's
man.
got to be a big, big operation now, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
I don't even know what that would be. Like you're replacing. I don't know.
Crazy.
That,
Wow.
That's got to be scary because if they do something just that and they don't quite get it, that can really knock you for life.
Yeah, it could paralyze you, man. Like you could be screwed.
That spinal cord is key.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Keeping those fluids intact. But what would that be? Are they gonna? They have like some steel or maybe, or
Steel
aluminum or something
or
like that. I don't know.
or
They would
ABS plastic or something.
odds,
I
like
have not. I'm just
like
curious.
You'd
well,
be
you know how like
tricking
when you
like
do like a hip
RoboCop,
replacement, yeah,
Robo
it's kind of
Peeps.
like it's kind of like a bionic thing, but like if you like when
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
hip, they chop off like the top portion of the bone, they drill inside of it, and then they put
Mhm.
a screw in there, kind of that
It
connects
would
to
be
the other
expensive,
portion of
Karen.
it.
Citizen,
Yeah,
I'm Robo Peeps.
Yeah,
right.
I have an
So
idea.
robo.
I actually work for a company that we distribute um, surgical instruments
Titanium.
and implants for knee operations, hip replacements, and shoulder replacements too.
It's
So
usually
That's
I kind of
titanium,
have an
isn't it?
idea what they do
Yeah,
with
Maybe
it.
like
So
like the disc in my neck is titanium.
Ah,
yeah, damn.
so you are
But
fucking Robo Peeps.
so yeah, a little bit.
These are bionic peeps.
Yeah.
But the one in
Uh-huh.
my when I got why I didn't want to get a back surgery, so that's why I put off going to the doctor.
Mm.
But one day when I couldn't get out of bed, and I was like wondering, I'm like, what the hell? I couldn't twist because then it hurt like so bad. It would be like radiating pain, like going down both of my legs.
Jesus.
And there
So
was no precursing injury you could point to that kind of led up to
yeah,
this.
everything that I did up until that point, playing soccer,
Just
football,
But nothing big that like that was
bicycles,
it, like where you had a big fall
wrestling.
or
Excuse me.
nothing.
I mean, like when I first hurt my back, it was probably weightlifting, and then you could, how when you try and lift like something really super heavy, and then you lift, and you could hear
Yeah.
like the back of your spine and just like crackle, and
Yeah.
that's when, and then you get screwed. You don't realize that you just fucked something up, but anyways, I couldn't get out of bed, so my wife ended up helping help me out of bed. And then when I got out of bed, I couldn't straighten up, stand up straight. I couldn't stand straight up. I was like just hunched over on an
Mhm.
angle. And every time I would try and straighten up, it would hurt so bad, man.
Oh my god.
So I ended up going to the doctor. I got an MRI done, and they're like, "You have nothing there. Your
Torn.
discs are just like little specks.
What?
There's nothing.
Man.
There's no space in between to help the cushion so it keeps rubbing. And what the part that was rubbing on it was my nerves that were going straight through because
Oh
nothing to go
Wow.
around
my
it.
gosh.
So they was pinching every time I stood straight up. That's what was pinching. That's why I was feeling that nasty pain going down. I could feel like into my toes. That's how bad it was.
My god.
So the only thing they could do was do a fusion. I'm like, well, you guys can't put like artificial discs in there. They're like, no, we can't do that. We're not that advanced. I'm like, okay, I'm going to another doctor. So I went to another doctor, and they were all saying the same thing. So I was just like, all right, well, let's
Mhm.
do it. But yeah, I had
Yeah.
to go through physical therapy to learn how to kind of walk again. It was really shitty. But first thing I did, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was like hesitant to sign the paper where it says I can't sue the doctor if I can't walk, if I ended up being paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, man, and they're like, oh, but we've never had that happen at all. And I'm like, then why are you having me sign this?
Yeah.
Well, with that just covering their ass, aren't they?
Yeah, it's basically what it is, just to cover their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case it does happen and you can't walk afterwards, and
Right.
you decide to turn around and sue the shit out of the
Yeah.
doctor.
And then I still have to pay all the hospital bills. But yeah, the first thing I came out of surgery, I woke up, I was so messed up, and all I did was like I wiggled my toes. I'm like, I could feel my toes. And I'm like, can somebody take the covers off? I want to see my toes. I want to see my toes. Everybody thought I was like kind of weird out.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there wiggling them, and I'm like, oh, thank you, God.
Oh,
like,
no,
there is
that's a blessing. I know, because you don't know when you're waking up from that. You have no idea until you actually try to
exactly.
be conscious at the first moment, and you try to physically, mentally, just move your toes for the first time.
Yeah.
I've been there once.
And they had me so doped up, man. I was like sweating because I was hot, but the room was like so cold already. So one of my friends is like,
I
"You want
just
me to
been
open the
to
window?" And I'm like, yeah, open the window. And then it wouldn't open. It would only open like 4 inches. And I'm like, what the hell? He's like, well, they already had. It's not opening. And I'm like, well, what the hell? And then my father-in-law says, he's like, well, they don't open it because they don't want you to jump out the window, and that's why,
Yeah.
to prevent that. And I'm like, well, what the hell, man? I'm like, what floor are we on? And my room was 8 something, and he's like, well, we're on the 8th floor. I'm like, oh, so that's why I could see the roofs. Okay. So I was just like, oh, okay. And then I get discharged, and we walk out of the room, and we're walking, and we walk right past the elevator, and I'm looking at the elevator. I look up at the nurse, and I'm like, where are we going? Are we going to use the elevator? She's like, no, we're not. I'm like, well, why not? She's like, you're on the 1st floor, sweetie. I looked at my father-in-law, and he was laughing his ass off, and I'm like, what the hell, you asshole? I was on the 8th floor. He's like, this floor only has two. This hospital only has 2 floors. I'm like, what the hell? Man, I didn't know where I was or what was going on or anything. They had me like on all these meds. On top of that, they had me on morphine. And they just kept on like feeding me narcotics, man. Like every couple hours, they're like, here's some Norcos, here's some Oxycontins, here's some. I'm like, man, I do not want this. You have to take it. I'm like, I don't have to take anything if I don't want to. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, you have to. It's doctor's orders. I'm like, shit. Oh, dude, I was like so like fucked up for like a couple months after that because of trying to get off of shit that I didn't want to be on.
That's right.
But I don't wish any of that surgery on anybody, man.
No.
Only my worst enemies, only them. No, not even them. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I just wanted to come up and yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
crazy, man. Hopefully, it's something I would never want to have to go through. But
yeah, man.
bless
take care of
you
your back,
in
man.
your journey, man. That's heavy stuff.
Yeah, looks like
Well,
Mr. Finley's just gone live.
Yes.
All right. Well, we should wind this up because then we can go watch.
raid his ass.
Yeah, because we're down to 5, and thank you for the 5, and probably that's
Yeah.
us 4 here and
Wind it
maybe
up and
Darren or something.
Aussie raid on Finley.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have
do
to?
that.
That sounds like a bit wanky. Like I don't know. Can we just not? It's like
I'm just gonna go over there anyways.
yeah, just go there. Let's
Everybody, this is a raid.
Yeah.
fucking hands in the air. You fucking.
Put your hands in there.
I know.
Or not.
He gets really excited when he gets raided. So I saw he likes those raids. So I think he
I
likes
used to be one. I'm not encouraging it, but yeah.
Yeah. It is what it
All
is.
right. Well, thank you everyone for
Yeah.
joining. If anyone's watching this, you're probably
Awesome,
pretty
thank
bored
you.
if you sat through freaking 3 hours of this. Anyone that's watching it back later, good fucking luck to you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Awesome, man.
Alright,
Bless
guys.
us, bro. Bryce,
Well done. So
Karen,
surviving this long if you're watching this after the fact.
bless up.
There you go.
Always great catching up with you guys, and probably I haven't been doing it much for a long time, so always cool,
It's all
guys.
good.
Hey,
It's all
get
good.
some sleep, Bossy.
It's all
Sleep.
good.
It's fucking 4. It's nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon, mate. I'm gonna have a
I
beer
thought
soon.
it was AM.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have a beer soon, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Beer
that's what
time.
it's
Cheers.
That's how
Yeah, I'm
he's,
partying all night, mate.
It's almost
I'm
7
gonna-
o'clock over here.
I'm gonna
You
have a
gotta
big
sit down
night.
and
I'm
get it.
telling you now.
Cheers
I
to you
fucking
too,
deserves
Bryce.
it.
Yes, you do. Drink it up, man. Drink it up.
For us in America, it's still not quite.
All right, Bryce, go take it easy, man. It's always a pleasure to see you, brother.
Always fun to see you,
Bamboo.
peeps.
Peace out,
Yes.
guys.
Cheers,
Hey,
guys.
Take care, Bamboo.
We're
Ciao.
supposed to do
Catch you later, Aussie.
Ciao.
whatchamacallit,
Ciao.
karaoke thing tomorrow on Squash.
Oh yes.